So you guys are outside.
We are the Rampaging Idiot Pack, and
No,
we are
you're
playing
not.
fucking
No,
D&D.
you're not. So I've decided that the primordial word for small thing is natus, and that's where the word gnat is derived from. So basically, they're the gnats.
Alright,
Small buzzing flies. So you're with the natus, the natus, however you want to pronounce it. That you guys are outside the Marigna Tower. It is still light out, so there's a bit of sun streaming through the forest. And what would you like to do?
Run away.
Survive.
You all pass through the gate. You're kind of spread out
run away.
between some trees.
Man, I don't even remember who we're with.
Maybe look at Roll20 and you'll
Damn it.
remember. Eno kind of looks up and then looks over to Clint and says, "Clint, why'd you bring us here? You were supposed to bring me to Contrabar."
Contrabar is somewhere around here.
Are you sure, Clint?
Probably.
Wait, when did we meet up with all these fucks?
God damn it, Morgan.
They were in the bar, and then you went and got Eno and gated to this place. Just watch last week's later. Trust me, this is where we are.
Just
Okay.
do it.
Now.
Trust us.
Yeah, okay, guys. Hold on. Give me like 6 hours. I'm gonna go watch the last stream.
Okay. It was only 2 for your information. So, Niall is just kind of swinging his warhammer, warming his shoulder up. You see Osyoleth has hands kind of down by his side, no weapons out. Drooby kind of hides in a little bush next to a tree. You see his head and his hat poking out over top of it.
Reb. Coming on, so of course. Who's first? Volunteer.
I'll go first.
Jenye says, "The halfling!
So it's like,
Hell no!
Go!" She points into the tower.
what'd you say?
She said, "Go!"
No! I stay in the back and I shoot these. Pew, pew, pew!
I'll go first. Jesus.
Remy
Who's
or
that?
Elise?
Or,
Shit. I didn't
Not
think that
Remy.
ahead.
no.
Yeah, Remy will go first.
Okay.
No! Fuck you.
So roll a perception check. You walk in, and again,
Reb's like, fuck no!
the stone tower here, it has 2 kind of entrances. There's a wall over to the right that has fallen outwards, just from wear and tear. And again, there's only about 2 stories left to this thing. The second story, the wood flooring has fallen in, and there's kind of exposed beams that are still across. But other than that, there's just a stone floor on the bottom here and a hole where a stairwell used to be. Just a wooden stairwell that has rotted away. Remy, just roll a perception check.
That's a... 13.
So you see on this level, kind of up 10 feet on one of these beams is a undead kind of robed figure, hood up, and you can see kind of glowing that is kind of silhouetting a skeletal face. So there's kind of light coming from inside the skeletal head, and then there's
I literally heard like half of that.
Oh, did my mic cut out or something?
No
I don't know.
problem.
You sounded like Badger on my end.
Oh, did you guys get it, Badger?
Like, I was good. But
Okay.
Is my fucking up for you?
No.
I heard you loud and clear.
Okay.
I only heard like half of that.
Shit.
Might have
Okay.
been
So
my end.
up on the beam 10 feet up, there's a skeletal robed figure with a light, kind of a bluish pale light glowing from inside its skull, kind of silhouetting the skeletal face. It kind of looks down at you, kind of right in front of you on your level, next to a fallen wooden beam on the ground, is kind of a hunched gray creature with long palms and fingers, and it has like vacant eyes, just holes, and like its jaw distends, and you just hear a sucking sound coming from inside this large, like toothless mouth. And it just kind of looks at you, and you see it kind of emanating like a dim energy. Let me check one thing really quick.
Take a prostitute I had for one.
Nile moves kind of at your back, just to be behind you. Oculith starts to flank around to the side, gets to about here. And then everybody roll initiative at this point.
Is that another entrance right here?
Yeah, so the wall has fallen in there. And so there are stones that are kind of fallen outwards, but you can enter the tower from that side.
Yeah, could Arya have gone around to the side a little bit with Ostu?
Sure, I'll allow that, yeah. And then, Remy, did you want to be riding your mount that entire time? Like, you wanted to ride your Mastiff in?
Yeah.
I'm going to make it a large creature just so we can see it, but just everybody know it's a medium creature. If I make it a medium, it kind of disappears beneath Remy.
And we're doing
Initiative, yes.
Is Elise even here?
Yes, she is. Oops, that's not
The
what I
fuck
want.
is that number? Okay.
What the fuck is that number?
Alright, so we're starting off good with the exact same way as my dice luck always goes.
Nat 1.
No, not 3.
Dirty 20. Is that like not like is that like online? Electronic?
No, I was just writing it down so I'd remember. Elise is
Elise.
a dirty 20, Remy is a 12.
I mean, Elise is probably like 12 at best.
We're not allowed to say that kind of shit now, okay?
And then I'm going to just put Natus on a single turn. Not great. So,
Hey, just lay down.
Elise, roll another dice.
Any dice?
Yeah, just a d20.
A D6.
9.
Okay. Bodak goes before you. Clinton, Remy, do you prefer?
Lay down.
Which way would you guys
the
prefer?
Remy first is how I'd prefer.
Okay.
Is that okay for you? Oracle?
What?
Remy before Clint?
Remy should go. Whatever you want. Remy should go afterwards in case anybody does get hurt,
Okay.
but like it
Sure
doesn't
thing.
matter to me.
Clint first. Clint first is fine for me then.
Okay. Arya, what is yours? Did you put it in chat?
Big ass dog, look at drool.
Arya rolled a 7.
7. I'll roll for Eno, why not? Okay. He rolled a natural 20. And then I will just do the hags on a single turn. Ah, that's a K-Lich, what they are.
I must do my quote now. Prepare the battlefield.
So Eno just kind of, Clint, you see him just kind of shake his head, and he looks up, upwards as if he's looking for something, and that's all he does. The creature in front of you, Remy, kind of turns and sees you, and then you just hear the sucking sound, like, and it starts to emanate energy. And
Hostile energy?
yeah, oh yeah.
You never know. It could be friendly.
Roll a con save, Remy. It just kind of stares at you, and you feel very unsettled, and you feel this like a dark hand almost reaching out for you.
Is this a magical effect?
It is, yeah.
Do I get advantage on con saves for that too? I don't remember.
I think it's just intelligence, wisdom, charisma, but I could be wrong.
It's just the mental saves for being
yeah,
a
it's just
gnome.
mental. Con save?
Yes.
That's it. 18 plus.
Let's change some music up here. So that's a success.
Constitution is 1, so 19.
So you still take half damage, which is 18 halved to 9 points of necrotic damage. So you feel kind of this dark hand of energy reaching for you and grasping at you, and you feel weakened suddenly. So that's its turn. And then as a bonus action, it again activates this aura, this dark energy that kind of is wispy and starts reaching for you as you get closer.
Oh, is this the same fucking thing that killed Tom the or that killed
You
Farrell
recognize
the
it, yes, from the last time you were here. It seems to be a similar creature.
Is it the same one?
It's hard to kind of really tell. Looks kind of the same features. Elise, your turn. You're on the back of a warg. I assume you're have the reins, because Clint is probably trying to shoot things.
Elise is gonna stop taking care of her dogs for a second and figure out what she can do. Has anybody actually attacked yet?
The Bodak
Yes.
has.
Yes, it just did. I knew that.
What? Cheers.
Elise will. Where is she? Oh, she's right there. That's a medium creature. This is a large. Elise is going to. She has no command over the.
Well, you can bonus action kind of steer it.
Yeah, like you're riding it, it's like you guys can take care of it and move it.
You can't like speak to it telepathically, but I assume that there's kind of a reins set up here.
Yeah.
On the warg, if I were to kind of move it over here, would I be able to see over this Reb, Niall, and Remy and the Mastiff and whatnot to kind of see into everything?
Yeah, you could kind of see the entryway. You probably couldn't see the Bodak though.
Oh, what is the warg's movement?
50,
I believe.
50 feet sounds right.
Justin,
Yes.
Yes, 50.
it's not really worth having this all blacked out because we can still see the name tag.
That's okay. I mean,
No,
you
you-
guys knew from or at least James knew from watching it.
James knew.
Yeah.
No. I knew Maud was there.
Plot twist. Maud is the Lich
There.
number 4.
Squish her under my food.
This no.
Go back to prison, Tombe.
What you want to do?
Yeah.
Fifth time.
So Remy's gonna command the dog to come over this way. Oh shit.
Elise, you mean?
Elise, sorry. Who am I?
And the war.
Who are you?
These are little bricks, right?
Yeah, they're basically the wall that has fallen outward, so you can move around them.
Okay, so Remy wants the dog to come over to this area right here.
Okay. Roll an animal
Alright.
handling check.
It's also Elise,
What did I say?
Remy, and
Yeah.
dog.
Dog.
Titty
Elise
sprinkles.
wants to move the warg to
Okay.
over there.
So Clint, you're like, go! And you point towards the front door, and then the warg takes off in the opposite direction.
Animal handling is 15.
Okay, so 50 feet of movement.
This general area, if I can get that far, I'm not sure.
30. Yeah, so you can get right there at 50 feet of movement. Again, it can dash as well if it needs to. But.
And then Elise.
So at this
has line of sight.
angle, you see this Deathlock Mastermind. He's speaking and kind of has his hands out, and on his turn, he's going to clearly monologue a bit, you think, but you can interrupt that if you like.
Monologue as in try to cast a spell monologue? Or is this a...
He will probably cast a spell, but in addition, he seems to be speaking to Remy. He's going to say something to her, probably.
Say something,
So-
I'm giving up on you.
Oh, Weed, where's your peanuts?
What?
Wrong
That
song,
sounded vulgar as fuck.
and I don't have any peanuts at the moment.
So, we were... Okay, that's a story for another time. I'll tell you guys after.
Okay.
Remind you about it, though.
Like I said, that's the wrong song.
What you doing, Elise?
Doesn't have anything bonus action-y that she can do.
Well, so
Well,
your
like-
your bonus action was to command the
Right, it was.
Lord.
It was.
So you still have an
Elise is
action.
going to action detect thought
Okay.
on that fucker.
Okay. And are you digging deeper or just getting surface thoughts?
Can I start with surface thoughts and then decide if I want to dig deeper?
Yeah. I think it does. Does detect thoughts like take an action to do that, or
Well, for starters-
You initially learn the surface thoughts of a creature what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into
Okay, so on this action, you cast the spell. The surface thoughts right now are that they're trying to protect this location. What you specifically get is they're protecting a location about 40 feet up. So what would be... They're protecting something about 40 feet up where, like, the fourth story of the tower would be. You know that there's no flooring or walls up there. The tower ends at about 20 feet, kind of roughly, you know.
Okay.
So that's what you learn. The Deathlock's turn. So it speaks and it says, you cannot stop the masters. And it kind of starts to cast a spell in your direction, Remy. Let's see here.
Shit.
Let me check the range on something.
Quick question.
Yeah.
So with concentration spells, not that I don't know if that is concentration or not. Concentration spells, it's just attack spells that interrupt it, right? Like when you get hit by something.
Well, it's damage generally.
If you take damage, you have to make a concentration check, or if you cast another concentration spell, it nullifies the first one, even if the second one fails. Like, if they succeed on their saving throw and it doesn't take effect, you still fail you still lose concentration on the first spell.
Okay, so it kind of whips its hand, and you see a wand in its hand, and a bolt of kind of black energy strikes out at you, Remy, for a 25 to hit.
Hold that thought.
Shield.
Counterspell.
Okay, so
you blue magic card!
actually, it's technically not a spell; it's an it's an attack. So he's not casting a spell; he's using a feature that allows him to attack.
So no counterspell then.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna allow you to do that. Although it's not a spell, I'll let you do that. So yeah, you counterspell that, and it just kind of the energy just kind of fizzles halfway there, and he you see the skeletal jaw kind of clack angrily. So that's its turn. Reb, your go.
Just remember, don't use all your spells before we get inside of the demiplane.
I know.
The Bodak, did you say he was like raised up off the floor?
So
like,
the Bodak is on the floor just next to a fallen beam.
Okay.
The Deathlock is about 10 feet up on a beam that's still kind of poking out of the wall.
Would I be able to, I mean, since it's a medium creature somewhere in these spaces, would I be able to...
Yeah, you can again, these spaces are completely open. It's just so that we remember there's a Mastiff there. So you can move through there, no problem.
Or... Let me go 5 there.
So, one mo. Let me check something.
Oh, fuck my life.
Okay, ends its turn. So as you kind of rush at this thing, your eyes kind of naturally gaze at its eyes. And did Reb fight this thing before, though? Yes. Was Reb in the tower before fighting this thing?
Yeah.
So you immediately recognize this thing, and you know that you had to look away from it, or there was some detriment. So do you want to kind of look downwards and not look it in the eye?
Yes.
Okay. So you can do that. You just have disadvantage on things.
Okay.
So you do that. You kind of look at its feet as you go up to I assume attack.
All right. I'll try and whap it.
Okay.
How many feet does it have?
2.
Get out.
How many legs does it have?
2.
Okay.
Okay, so disadvantage that ended up as a nat 1.
Okay, so you swing and it just kind of backs up out of the way and it whizzes past its face.
Okay. What did that end up as? Does a 13 get it?
It does not. So you swing down and it kind of just catches your scythe with a like long palm, and you feel it kind of bite into the kind of rubbery hide, but it does not seem to do any damage.
I try and use the pole arm back end, and I roll a nat 1.
So it catches the back end as well, so it's just kind of grappling with you over the scythe here.
I am not using these dice anymore, and
Clint is next. What
third.
does Clint do?
Clint has better luck than Red, hopefully. Fucking Christ. So Clint, do I have a good straight view to that deathlock?
Oh, you do, yeah, you do, yeah.
All right, Clint's gonna.
We'll say you move over a little bit on the warg.
Sure.
From that angle, you do.
Clint's going to start firing away. Let me pull his shit up. That's not where I find his stuff. I find it over here. Motherfucker. Alright, fire away. Number 1. 15 plus 12, 13, 15 plus 13, so that's a 28.
Hits.
Hella.
Hella, d10 plus 7.
What I miss?
Clint is attacking.
Oh.
17 damage to it, magical.
So again, it kind of speaks and then casts this spell, and you see the counterspell kind of fizzle it, but then Clint shoots it in the arm as well, and the bolt just goes wide and hits the wall next to Remy. And he kind of looks down at you and hisses.
Attack 2. That would be a 30 to hit. Sorry,
Yeah, you hit it.
31.
You hit it, for sure. And this is... What pistol are you using?
The pepper box again.
And that's magical, yeah?
That's magical from
Okay,
Convey.
okay.
And that would be a 17 for piercing magical damage.
So that's... Okay. So you shoot it kind of in the chest, and it almost falls off the beam it's on.
Okay, third attack on it. Nat 20. I was forgetting to use my sharpshooter though, so but nat 20 on that.
Okay.
Um, 26 on that damage.
So then you kind of shoot it in the forehead, and you see its skull kind of shatter in places, and more of this kind of pale blue energy starts to leak out, and it again almost falls off the beam, and it kind of has to stable itself.
And
That's a lot of damage.
I believe that's good for Clint, yeah.
Okay, Remy, your go.
Looks like it's gone,
I'm sorry.
or it's just like
It's
barely
barely holding on. I
Okay.
forgot. So Reb, you took just ending your turn within 30 feet of the Bodak. You take 5 points of necrotic damage. Its aura just kind of lashes out at you, and you feel it kind of vaporizing parts of your armor. Because it's magical armor, it kind of heals itself again, but you could feel it kind of just battering you.
Okay, yeah.
But Remy, is your go.
Remy's gonna get out of the doorway.
Okay. And are you as well averting your eyes from the Bodak or nah?
I assume that I'm a little more focused on this deathlock over here, just because he was.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're not like interacting with the Bodak, but yeah.
Yeah, I will. Let's see.
Make a moment.
No.
Yes.
Yeah, Remy will bonus action command the Mastiff to move over here.
Okay.
Was I the only one on the Mastiff? I'm the only one that can fit. I assume.
Yeah.
And I will cast. I'm gonna cast AIDS on everybody. Not everybody, but
Do you have to be able to see people to do that?
within range, 30 feet.
Okay.
So let's see here. Reb gets one. If Remy's on the other...
Yeah, you can
he
move.
moves
You
one
can
more
move
over.
there.
Okay. So I'll give one to Clint.
Yes,
You
I'll.
forgot to put Tom on the initiative.
Oh, did I? Shit.
He was at 14.
Okay.
So Clint, Reb, and Arya all have an extra 5 hit points.
Oops, not mod.
Bang rang.
I should put Tombe on mod's turn though. Tombe, what do you want to do on your turn? I'm sorry. Let's get that aid thing figured out. Aid goes to Arya, to Reb, and to Clint. Is that right?
Yeah, I think everybody else is too far.
Okay, so they get 5 extra hit points to their maximum, and that can be healed.
And 30. Oh. From here, can he see the Deathlock? Or just the Bodak?
You would just be able to see the Bodak and not the Deathlock, I think.
Oh, fuck this. And he's going to pull out the bow that he has, shoot the Bodak with...
And then do you avert your eyes?
I will attempt to.
Okay, so you have disadvantage on the attack roll.
Aw. Are you sure I don't have advantage?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Damn, because that would have been a nat 20.
Oof.
So let's see. 14?
14 just misses, so it whizzes kind of through its cloak, and you hear it hit the wood beam behind it.
Okay. Fuck that. And my last 5 feet of movement to take cover.
And then Maud just kind of stays put in your pocket, and you hear, "What's going on?" from your pocket.
What's going on?
Very, very big undead. That thing. Oh no.
Remy, what do you do?
This is bad.
So your action was aid. You use your bonus action, so you're done.
Yeah.
Clint, you hear Agnes just kind of cackle and fly over towards you on her broom, and you can hear it kind of sputtering and backfiring still. You just and she flies in your direction. She flies to about there, kind of up and over the trees. And you hear Jenye just kind of crashing through the brush that direction as well, just like huffing. Running in that direction.
Is there a way to, not upgrade, but to make the camera quality better on this thing?
Better lighting and then settings. I can teach you maybe after we're done today.
Okay, sounds good.
Get a better face.
Hey, fuck you!
Well, he's not wrong.
Okay, so it's Niall and...
Fuck you,
better. Get it somewhere closer too. It's like mine's like right here on my laptop cover, and like it looks better.
No,
I have it about
wonder.
as close as I can.
So Osculith moves to about there. You see him peek around the corner there, and he sees the Deathlock up there. And Clint, you see him kind of gauge distance. He grabs a short bow off his back and strings it in a single motion, draws an arrow, and fires.
Nice.
Hits and
Morgan's
hits.
still ugly.
So he fires 2 arrows. You see the first one is just kind of gauging where to aim. So he shoots the first one and hits the Deathlock. And the second one, as he brings it out of the quiver, you see it like a light glint off the arrow tip. And as he fires it, the whole arrow turns like a bright white color and glows. It hits it and sparks spray out of it. Clearly there's something magical going on here. So 2 hits with a short bow. 10 points of damage. So 17. An extra d8. 17 halved to 8. He does 16. So he does 16 points of damage altogether. And these 2 arrows hit it, and you see the Deathlock is now kind of looking in your direction still, but is looking a little frantic at all this damage coming at him. Niall, he looks back and says, "Groovy, get in here!" And he just starts running into the into the kind of entryway here, and he'll move to here. So he kind of slides next to the Bodak, flanking with Reb, and will attack, I think. So that does not hit. 7 plus, yeah. So his Warhammer comes down and strikes kind of on the top of the neck, and the thing doesn't really react at all to the strike, and he kind of stands back and puts his shield up, and you see him thinking really hard about what to do next. He knows that this thing is resistant, and he takes a bit of necrotic damage as well, which I forgot about. Remy, you are within 30 feet. So, Remy, your Mastiff takes 5 points of necrotic damage. Is it still alive?
Oh, wait. No, it's not.
So the Mastiff kind of just turns to ash underneath you. And then you, Remy, take 5 points of necrotic damage as well, as this kind of inky aura is now spreading out to a range of 30 feet around the Bodak. Tomve, you take 5 points of necrotic damage as well, as the aura actually wraps around the corner of the wall and still kind of gets you across the shoulder.
Oh, fuck.
Grooby will run towards the tower. Oh no, you hear him say, and he gets to about there, and will hold an action. I believe that's all of them. Arya, your go. So you see Osula take off around the corner there, and you hear him kind of hit the wall and fire some arrows.
Yeah, I see him pull out the bow.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. You're kind of looking through a tree at that angle, but you can see that, yeah.
Well, fuck, I can't really help at range. Shit. Alright, change of plans. Actually, 10. 30, 40, 45. Alright. Oh fuck, this is bad. I'm gonna pull out the couple of swords that I got and start swinging.
Okay.
First one.
Do you avert your gaze?
I don't know that I should, so I don't.
Okay, so as you run up to it, it just kind of whips its head in your direction, and roll me a con save.
You're one ugly fucker.
You see,
oh, fuck me.
Hear this sucking noise as it looks at you.
So that was a natty 2, so 6.
So you fail.
Rip.
6, though, you said?
6. Oh no.
So if you roll a 7 or lower, something really bad happens to you. There's a sucking noise, and Ara, you just feel all the life force sucked out of you. Everybody sees kind of an aura kind of leave Arya's body and enter the Bodak's mouth, and Arya, you fall unconscious.
That's like this one really good blowjob I got one.
Gang, gang.
Fuck, Badger.
What?
Bang
So,
around.
Arya, that's the end of your turn. As this happens, Remy, you see the bone claw that stole that book from you lifts out of the hole in the ground and sees you and kind of laughs and says, "You will not ever reach the masters." And you see it kind of shake its wrists and claws extend out of its hand, and it rushes at you.
At me?
Yeah, it can't get to you. It has to use an action dash to get to you, but it flies kind of directly at you, intending to kind of rake you with these claws on its next turn.
Whenever I fucked his mom.
Eno, you see kind of just start to stroll around this direction, and that's the end of his turn.
You know, you fucking shit.
Me and my fucking
Additionally, Arya, as you end your turn within 5 feet of the Bodak, you fail a death save because you take some damage. Running into the same problem that we had last time.
Do I want my pseudo with me?
That's kind of up to you. We discussed
I don't
maybe...
remember if I sent it back to the kobolds or not.
Well, I think you did, but I think we discussed summoning it to you now.
I believe she did. She said she brought it back.
So do you want it? Do you want it with you?
Everything.
Sure.
Okay. Where would you like it to be right now?
A 7 or under on the con saves. Apparently,
right.
I just go unconscious and my HP is 0. And the thing
So again,
is,
remember if it ends its turn
damage,
within.
that will
Yeah, I'm gonna
does
leave it
damage
back
to
here
you
with.
every round. You're within 30 feet.
Okay, you should be able to move
Wait.
it now.
Where is it? Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it back here with these guys, assuming that they were going to rush in sooner, and they did not.
So that's exactly 30 feet. So maybe one more square. There you go.
Dang right.
And I forgot
Yeah.
Groovy
Give or
takes.
take in that area.
Groovy takes damage as well. So, Tombe, you see him rushing up. Groovy, and he's like, "Oh no!" And he starts getting like lashed by this aura, and he's kind of cries out in pain.
Question, small
Yes.
point of order. Does that aura thing affect when they enter? Or is
When
it
when
in
the
your
creature
turn?
can see the eyes at the start of its turn. So as soon
So
as
the
soon as
creature's turn?
well as soon as you're within 30 feet and see its eyes, you have to save against this effect.
So technically right here.
Yeah, wherever you would be able to see its eyes, but that's still within 30 feet.
I know.
But yeah, you are not as close. Sure.
Alright. I will take it.
So it's Bodak's turn. Oh, I forgot to go for Danton. We'll go after. Actually, Danton just fucked around for a round. Say that he just kind of stood there watching. That sounds like what Danton would do.
Fucking Natus people.
Okay, so the Bodak kind of just whips in your direction, Reb, and kind of gets low and up in your face to kind of stare you right in the eyes. And roll a con save. You feel it kind of, again, this kind of energy reaching for you, trying to grasp maybe your soul and pull it out of you.
My what? LOL. Like I have.
Well, something. Whatever approximates a soul in Reb's case.
Let me get the slightly better dice out. I should have done that earlier.
Let's say if the Bodak wants her soul, it's gonna have to go to hell and start some litigations.
Hey, no. Reb has soul back. That's all
Oh,
that-
sorry. He's gonna have to go to the abyss and start some litigations to fight for the soul with pain.
Nah, Pain's just having fun.
Sure.
Girls just want to have fun.
That's
I need
what
that
you
con
think.
save.
Yes, con save.
Roll
At 13. Let me see.
13 is a success, so you take half damage.
13. Yeah.
So, you take... that's a good roll. So 27 half to 13 points of necrotic damage. So it just stares at you and you feel your soul being kind of sucked out of your body. That's its turn. Elise, your turn. You have Detect Thoughts active. You can... again, we talked about maybe going deeper for more thoughts, or...
Oh, yeah, sleepy.
Again, you are controlling the warg at the moment, so if you want the warg to move, you can move.
I will keep it up, but I'm not going to do anything with it right now. Instead, I am going to, Ooh, do I want to do that, or do I want to do that?
I don't know. You tell me.
I don't know either. I'm going to... Chromatic Orb on the Deathlog.
Okay.
And I'm going to twin it.
Okay. Well, so, twinned, again, we decided had to hit separate creatures, right?
Did it? Is that what we
I think
decided?
I think it is. I can look it up again.
Yes, it is separate creatures.
Target the second creature, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so perhaps instead I will.
Fucking small. Morkel, for once you need to get on my level.
Time for another shot.
Yeah, boy.
Oh,
After your turn, I mean, I already, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still gonna Chromatic Orb. The range is 90 feet, so I will twin it and I'll attack the Bone Claw next.
Okay.
So for the Deathlog.
I'll just say that you have to move to here to do that, so you can see it.
Oh, that's fine. Whatever.
So Bone
That
Claw,
is a 7 plus 5, so 13 on the Deathlock.
a 13 just hits.
Sweet. Bone Claw is a 19 plus 5.
That hits.
That's 3d8. Do you want me to roll it separately or roll?
Yeah, roll two separate 3d8s.
Attacks?
Yeah.
Okay. 8. Oh shit.
And what damage type are you doing?
Ooh. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder.
Thunder. Feel the thunder.
Let's
Lightning.
do lightning, just as an homage to Kay.
Okay. So
So
bolts of
8
lightning
plus
kind of
6.
strike out at them.
Well, doesn't it go by what d8s you roll?
No, that's Chaos Bolt.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right, yeah.
17 to the deathlock.
Okay. Jesus. Okay, so he gets struck by, and he's like hanging off the beam at this point.
7, 8, 9. 14 to the bump off.
So it kind of recoils away from the lightning. Okay. Deathlock's turn. He's hanging off the beam. He uses some movement to get back up. He is going to remember range things. Yeah. So he looks down and points at Clint and is going to cast a spell at him.
And it says, eat my ass.
Clint, roll a con save. He just says, death, and points at you.
Haven't you tried this before with one of the hags?
18 con save.
So you succeed. You take 41 points of necrotic damage, halved to 20. As you feel moisture being kind of pulled out of your body towards him. So 20 points of necrotic damage to Clint. That's its turn. Reb, you go. Are you averting your eyes?
Yas.
Okay.
Badger cheers me.
Which are we doing? Drink or shot?
Shot.
Hey. The Nero. Okay. It's the worst idea. But since I'm flanking, I get advantage on him, correct?
Yes, so it's a straight roll if you avert your eyes.
Let us try this again. 11.
11 just... doesn't hit, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
Let me see if there's anything I can do about that. Hold on. Oh, no. I'm sorry, yeah.
Just barely doesn't miss.
Its AC is 15. I was thinking of the Deathlock has a much lower AC. So the Bodak's AC is 15, so you swing and it just blocks it again.
It says fuck off.
Second attack? Or
Oh, thank you, Dark Lord. 27.
that one will hit. And again, this is a magical weapon, I
Yeah,
assume?
magic scythe.
Okay.
Badger, what are you talking about in the chat? You milk a druid
14 to
goat?
hit. 14 to hit.
Druid.
I mean, 14. I'm sorry, 14 of damage.
Okay.
14 damage on that one. On the second hit. And then the butt end here.
Yup. So you strike at it, and you finally get a hit to kind of go through, cutting into its shoulder, and you kind of press it
Does
towards the ground.
18 hit it?
A what?
18.
Yes, yeah.
Oh, you said it's 15. Yeah.
Yeah, so you kind of, you strike down, push it towards the ground, and then kind of uppercut it with the butt end. Catches it kind of under the jaw, and you hear it kind of gurgle and cough.
That's 9 damage on that one. And again, these
Okay.
are the
Magical,
magical damage.
yeah.
Scythe. Yeah.
Anything else? Movement?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so Reb, you take 5 points of necrotic damage at the end of your turn. As it's kind of aura lashes out at you and kind of tries to annihilate you. Tomve, your go. You see Arya just faint. She kind of goes pale. Dark circles go under her eyes, and you see her soul kind of sucked out of her, and she just falls backwards, hitting the stonework hard.
God damn it, not this again.
Oh fuck. Oh fuck.
And you see like this dark aura that's kind of washing out of the tower now is kind of eating away at her clothing. And you see it kind of flaking off.
Oh no, that is not PG. Oh no, we cannot show this one. Okay, I need to stop this now.
Okay, our cussing and drinking, we're not PG anyway.
I know. Justin,
Yes.
would I be allowed to both drag her back and pour a healing potion down her gullet using bonus action, and movement?
Yeah, I'd let you do that, sure.
Okay, so I will pour a healing potion down her gullet and also drag her back 15 feet.
Okay. So you do that. Roll the healing for that. You see Maud kind of poke out of your pocket and grab onto kind of her hair and tug as well. Doesn't help, but...
2.
So she will be...
minimum.
Okay.
God damn it.
So you wake up, Arya, at least. Clint, here go. You see the Deathlock is like heavily injured at this point, barely kind of standing. And it was almost blown completely off this beam, but it kind of scrabbled back up and casted this blight spell down at Clint. I'll let you.
I'm gonna take one shot at it.
Okay.
So 15 hit it?
It does. So it says death, and when you don't die, it kind of looks confused, and you just shoot it kind of in the neck.
Just Indiana Jones, that bitch.
Do you need a damage roll for it?
Yes. Yeah, it's very close, but yeah, give me a damage roll.
12 damage.
So you, again, strike it in the neck, and it's still alive, kind of. It's light in its kind of skull is sputtering and flickering now. Kind of grabbing at its spinal cord. There's a big chunk missing out of it. And it's kind of shuddering, but it's still alive. Or still unalive.
28.
That will hit.
And let's go with a 15 damage.
So that one does it. The second shot hits it kind of straight in the head, and you see the skull kind of just shatter to pieces. And that energy just kind of dissipates into the air. And it falls to the ground and then dies. Kind of just falls into a clutter of bones.
Say the bone claw was like a little bit up, or is it just...
The bone claw is on the ground. Yeah,
okay, would I be able to shoot it
It's floating, it's floating, but it is on the, like, 5 feet level.
Would I be able to shoot around it, or no?
To hit the Bodak, or...
Hit the Bodak, correct.
You would not be able to hit the Bodak from where Clint is.
Where would you like me to move? Around here?
Yeah.
Or...
Okay. If you were to go here and maybe use Sharpshooter, I would allow you to attack.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. So right there?
Yep.
Yep, I'll do
so
Sharpshooter.
You aim past Niall and kind of shoot kind of under his legs, and it might ricochet and come up and hit the Bodak, possibly.
Okay. I'm going to take a big shot with this one, too.
Okay. Just misses.
Wait, hold on. 15.
15 just
15
hits.
with the magic.
Okay, 15 just hits.
You're welcome.
Yes.
So again, you ricochet a bullet up, and it kind of hits it kind of in the lower back, and you see it kind of go scoliosis for a moment.
22 damage on that one.
Okay.
And
it's magical, so it takes full damage. It kind of... Reb, you see a bullet kind of leave its upper chest and hit the wall behind you. You see a hole, there's a bit of light poking through.
So Clint moves back as much as he can, but that's, I think he's still within that 30 feet.
Check here. Yep, so you take 5 points of necrotic damage.
So, yeah. Oh! Hey, Clint died!
Oh.
Whoops.
Delete! I need him back.
Let me grab another Clint minion. We can go
Yay, Clint!
He's back.
You're back, buddy.
Okay, you should be able to move him now.
Oh, fuck, what was he at?
He was at like 25 feet, so that's about right. You could be. I don't know if you can see my arrow. You could be there or there.
Yeah, I was wondering about his hit points, but there you go. I got it.
Okay, so 5 points of damage to Clint,
Okay.
and then Remy, your go.
Okay, how does the help action work? How close do I have to be?
For attack rolls purposes.
Yes,
Oh,
for
sure.
the feature, what did we call it?
Oh, right.
Master of Friendship.
Yep. Let me take a peek.
Master of Friendship.
So you can help as a bonus action, right? Is that what we decided?
Yeah, so here's what I want to do. I want to... Wait, is it a bonus action?
Yeah.
Normally.
Trying to be sponsored by.
My sheet says action.
Oh, yeah. So it's an action, but then they also gain your proficiency bonus. That's what it is.
Yeah, so here's what I want to do. I want to, bonus action healing word Arya through my pseudo dragon, and then I want to help action Reb, but I don't know if I can do both of those.
So for the purposes of attack rolls, you have to be within 5 feet of the creature that is being attacked. So you would have to move within 5 feet of the Bodak.
Okay, so I could move 1, 2, 3, 4 right there.
So you would leave the Bone Claw's range if you want to do that.
Shit.
Actually, maybe not. Technically, you haven't left its range yet, so yeah, you can do that without provoking.
Right there?
Yeah.
Okay,
got
so
long
I'll move there. I will help action Reb. I just have to be 5 feet up.
What do you do to help? Yeah. What do you do to help Reb?
Run between its legs.
For flavor, can I like try to trip it, like
Yeah.
keep its leg out?
So Reb, you see Remy just charge around this Bone Claw and just hug the Bodak around the legs and kind of bring she brings its knees together.
Yeah,
And then I
that
want
sounds
to
about right.
also bonus action healing word Arya. I
Okay.
was gonna do that through
So
my
from the
pseudo-dragon.
pseudo dragon, you hear Remy's voice calling out to you, and you gain some hit points.
Weed, you gain maximum hit points. That's 4 plus. What, my wisdom modifier?
Yes.
Yep.
4 plus 4, you get 8 hit points. And you're back up.
Yay, I'm up to double digits.
So that's the end of Remy's turn. Remy, you
What
take.
was that, Badger?
Can't hear you, Badger.
Yeah,
You're
motion.
muted because your thing's up.
My thing's up. We're sponsored by Baby Bell Cheese.
Oh.
What is it?
Cheese.
The Baby Bell, like the cheese, little round ones in the wax paper.
Oh,
Red
I was
one.
excited. Badger, I was
What's
excited.
the
I thought you
cow
were
on
mochi.
that?
Thought it was what?
Mochi.
Oh,
I thought it was a marshmallow, so fuck me.
So, Remy, you
That's better
take 5 points of necrotic damage at the end of your turn.
That's fine.
Agnes continues flying after Clint. Clint, you look back and you hear ha, and you just see Agnes is flying in spirals, and her broom is just backfiring, and there's smoke sputtering out of it. And she will Ray of Frost someone. Probably the Bone Claw, huh?
Ray of Frost.
Hopefully the Bone Claw.
So she Ray of Frosts it, and so this pale energy hits the Bone Claw and kind of crawls around it. Frost and ice form around it, and it doesn't even react. Or it does react a little bit because it is only resistant, but she actually missed. So ice forms around it, and it just kind of shrugs it off, and the ice cracks. And Agnes just is floating in midair on her broom, and you hear her go, "Oh shit!" and she flies kind of further back out of the room. And you still just hear Jenye running off in the distance. Just breathing heavy, trying to get over there. She will dash on this turn. She gets to about there. And you just hear, "Agnes, what's going on in there?" She's just getting there. Danton will finally do something. He kind of he waltzes kind of into the room and sees the Bodak and goes, nope! And you see him just whistle and kind of flick a rapier out of his belt, and a rapier kind of flies up into the air and kind of lunges out at it, but he just backs up around the corner.
Same.
But will attack with the dancing rapier. It misses, so this rapier just kind of, again, like orients itself in space and then flies at it, and it lands kind of out of the way. Probably because Clint's shot kind of threw it forward, so it lands in the beam, and then kind of is struggling to free itself from the beam at the moment. Niall says, I think that perhaps we should use magic on this thing, and he is going to try to do something other than hit it with a warhammer. He will branding smite it. So you see his warhammer starts to glow a bit with a white light, and he brings it down towards it.
Or it could disappear to get more booze.
Always.
Not a big surprise.
So he hits.
What?
Now we could just see it.
For 9 points of damage, halved to 4. Bodak takes 4 points of damage. But then this glowing energy kind of sprays outwards with white sparks. And it takes some extra radiant damage. And what happens to it? So he strikes down kind of into the back of its head, and the hammer just kind of shatters its head to pieces. And you see it is kind of held aloft by a light for a moment, and then crunched inwards and falls to the ground dead at your feet. Seemed to do the trick. Ruby rushes in, sees that happen. Oh god! And then, oh god! He sees the big bone claw, and almost reflexively he casts a lightning bolt in its direction. Or I'm sorry, he doesn't cast lightning bolt. He casts we'll do magic missile to start. So you just see some darts fly at it. Some magical white darts. So 2, 5, 6, 8, 9 points of damage. And then he runs back. He's like, oh god! And he runs back out. Danton, there's a big thing in there! Osteolith will step around. Clint, again, you see him kind of gauge distance, and then he draws and fires the short bow twice. So that's definitely a hit. And definitely a hit. And again, that second, he fires the first one, and it hits kind of center mass in its back. And then the second one, you see him aim just a bit higher, and you see it turn to kind of white energy again as it's flying, and it bursts across its back, kind of upper back, right at the base of the neck. So we got 2d6, 24, halved to 12, and then a d8 force. So the arrows don't seem to be sinking very deep, but the one that is made of pure energy kind of splashes across its back and burns it and singes it. Danton kind of peeks and sees that the thing is dead now, and he's like, ah! And he kind of walks back into the room and sees the bone claw and is just shaking his head. He didn't see that at first. Arya, your turn. So you've been kind of battered this first round of combat. You wake up and are being healed, but you're not feeling so hot. You're exhausted. 1 level.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so instead of doing injury checks, I do levels of exhaustion until... I think when you get 2 levels of exhaustion, that's when I'll do an injury check.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, how far can I throw a flask of holy water?
20 feet.
Okay, well... Let's see. 15, 25, and yeah, that's 15 feet to the bone claw, so I'm just gonna stand in the doorway for now. Fuck all of this. And I'm just gonna toss a jar of holy water at it, see if that does anything.
Okay. So, just roll a dex check. Or, well, so are you intending just to break a flask across it? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah. Intending it to using it as like a ranged attack.
Gotcha. Yeah, so roll a dex check.
It's a check, not an attack?
Well, it's an attack, but you're not like proficient. It's like an improvised weapon.
Okay, because if it was just a check, that'd be disadvantage for
yeah, it's an attack roll, yeah.
Great. 10.
So you have
10. So it kind of splashes kind of across its feet, and it doesn't seem to really react at all. You see kind of steam rising off it because it's definitely an unholy creature, but it doesn't seem to do any damage to it.
Well, that was fucking useless.
You have baptized it. It is now Catholic.
God damn it. I'm just so done. I'm just gonna walk out. Not even gonna run at this point. I'm just gonna.
Bone Claw's turn. So it hones in on Remy. It's gonna move to here. And it's gonna lash out at Remy to start. So a 21 to hit you, Remy.
Am I allowed to protection fighting style myself?
No.
Alright, that hits.
Okay. So you take 20 points of piercing damage as it just grabs you with claws.
Ouch.
And you are grappled.
I'm hurting. I'm hurting bad, guys.
The next one,
Healer, I can't do shit.
It's gonna attack Niall. And hits Niall.
In case y'all are curious, I haven't rolled over a 6 the entire session so far.
So it impales kind of Niall in the chest through his coat of plates. He's still alive, but very badly injured, and he is as well grappled. So that's its turn. Eno just continues waltzing this direction. The Bodak is dead. Elise, your go. So you're on the back of the ward. Clint has dismounted. The hags are kind of storming up behind you.
Elise will dismount as well. Does that take extra action?
Say that again, sorry.
Is dismounting extra? I'm sorry, not action movement.
I think it's half movement, I believe.
Half movement.
Okay.
So it'd be 15 feet of your movement. Or is it?
It's half movement unless you have a feet, I believe. Because there's like the cavalier feet or.
Yeah, so yeah, it's half movement.
Can I, Blessing of the Raven Queen,
I could teleport off of it, sure.
Yeah, teleport off of it.
Yeah.
That would be, it would still be half my movement?
No, you could just teleport and have all your movement.
However, that would use
What
your
is
bonus
this?
action.
Is that 3 movement? Or
Yeah.
15 feet?
Yep.
3 squares?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will move there with my bonus action. And then...
Can't you go up to like 30 feet?
No, because it's not Misty Step, it's a feature. She can go 15.
I thought it was similar to the face step where it was just like one free Misty Step.
It's 15 feet. She also is kind of shadowy and translucent at the moment, so she has resistance to damage for a turn.
Oof.
And then I will, that was my bonus action, so I will cast... was Elise part of the last fight with him where he tried to take the book?
No.
Okay.
Or was she? She might have been. She might have been drunk.
No, because that was over in Aldnar, I believe.
Yeah, but I think she was with you guys.
I think it was.
Does this
Lynch.
thing seem very wise?
Roll a religion check.
That is a Oh shit. 12 plus. What's my religion?
I
Not
don't
very
know.
high.
You tell me.
Oh, plus 3, so 15.
15. You look at this thing. It's the most kind of robust-looking undead you've ever seen. So you think it's a good chance that it's fairly formidable. It's laughing and is clearly intelligent. You heard it speak as well. So it's a good bet that it's at least above average wisdom, above a 10.
At least above a 10.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast Mind Sliver on it.
Okay. Is that an intelligence save or a wisdom save?
No, I think that's that's an intelligence save.
Okay, it rolled a 11.
Great, that's
You
a
picked
fucking
wisely.
fail.
So it takes some
Roll,
psychic damage, yeah?
Target takes 1d6 psychic, and then the first time it makes a saving throw, before the end of my next turn, it must subtract a d4 from the number it rolled.
So remind me, because I'll forget.
Okay. That's a d6. That is a 5.
So you start
Psychic
kind of
damage.
cursing it with an incantation under your breath, and you guys see the kind of glowing eyes that are in its skull eye sockets kind of flicker as it's kind of being assaulted psychically. Reb, here you go. The Bodak has been destroyed in front of you with a burst of light. What would you like
Is
to do?
Danton in flanking with it? Is he engaged?
I will say yeah. Technically, it's his sword. I think that he drew his sword, so I'll say yes. Yeah, he technically attacked it with the dancing rapier, but
Would
I'll
be
say
able
sure.
to get over Remy to get here for like a flanking?
Yeah, you could step over the Bodak as well.
So I'll do that, and I would like to make a hit.
Okay.
That's a nat 20.
So that hits.
That's a 16 to hit. 16 damage.
Okay. Okay. So you kind of stab through its back with the scythe. Danton kind of recoils as the scythe blade comes out through its kind of cloaked torso.
23 to hit.
Hits as well.
Ugh. That's 8 damage.
Okay, 69. You've done 69 damage to it. Continue.
Nice.
That's another nat 20.
Okay. So you kind of stab into it and pull down and then kind of leverage up again, and you're kind of sawing your way through its body.
Sorry, whoops, that's the wrong die. That's 9 damage. That's the polearm bit on that.
Okay. So it takes these blows heavily and is breathing heavy, although it most of its body is kind of decrepified, like it's still seemingly breathing kind of raggedly.
So if it breathes, can we create water inside of its lungs?
No.
What long?
So you'll have movement left, Reb, if you want to move at all. That's about it.
No, I think that's good. Yep, that's her turn.
Tombe, your turn.
Oh. This is...
Oh no!
Oh no.
I forgot about my elven chain shirt.
Oops.
I don't think that would have made a difference thus
damn it.
far.
Yeah,
but
they rolled pretty high.
I definitely forgot about it.
Yeah, your AC.
how
should
high is
be
the door? How tall is the doorway?
10 feet.
And how tall is this guy?
10-ish feet. He's kind of, hunched, but...
So could I shoot the big guy over Danton?
Yes, yeah.
Without any cover?
Yeah.
Okay, I will.
Remy, your AC should be 16 and then 18 with the shield.
I will
Yeah, it is.
pull out the blowgun that I have, or not the blowgun, the short bow that I have, and try to shoot him with a silvered arrow.
Go ahead.
finally a decent fucking roll. Over 21.
Hits.
Woohoo! Short bows are a d6. Fuck me.
Didn't we give you a magic short bow?
It's a +1 non-magic short bow. That's why I'm using silvered arrows, because I hope that makes a difference. I don't. 4, 5. So 8 damage with a silvered arrow.
So you sink a silver arrow kind of into its upper shoulder, and it does not pierce as far as you think it should.
God
So the silver
damn it.
does not seem to affect it. So it takes 4 points of damage.
Well, fuck. I only got 13 more of those. Okay. And for the moment, I will just step back, because I will not be going inside of its range if I can help it.
Remy, it's your turn. You're currently grappled by the creature. Just has you kind of pierced. Yeah, you can. It just has you pierced through one of its claws.
I am going to actually action Aura Vitality.
Okay.
And I am going to use the healing on myself. It's 2d6.
Okay. And that's a 30-foot aura, is that right?
That is a 30-foot aura.
Okay.
30-foot radius.
Aura?
Yep.
What does that do?
She can just bonus action heal anybody in that range.
Got it.
Heal the bone claw. It's looking pretty bad.
I'm sorry, and then that actually, hold on, that might actually be more. Let me check
If she
something.
heals the bone claw, will it do like it did in
No, I'm sorry, never mind.
5, where
Never
it
mind.
does negative healing to the bone claw because it's undead?
No.
Don't we wish?
That would be nice.
So yeah, it's just whatever you rolled. I was wrong.
Negative healing does a 7th level heal, 70 health.
Anything else, Remy? So Remy just kind of starts to glow a bit.
Action, bonus action. I don't have any movement because I'm grappled, right?
Yes.
Blow up.
So I am golden.
Okay. So the hags just kind of confer and they say, "There's undead in there!" And Jenye's like, "What should we do?" And they're like discussing things amongst themselves in Sylvan. Osyoleth will kind of step across the room.
Quick question.
Yes.
Sorry. Can I... So this does specify one creature in the aura, including myself, regain 2d6 hit points. Could I possibly divvy those out, so like give 1d6 to one person and 1d6 to somebody else?
I could let you roll for it if you want.
What would the roll be?
Let's call it a...
Strength check.
let's call it just a wisdom check. Let's say DC 20 to break a spell.
For a wisdom check?
Yeah, DC 20 wisdom check.
So that's not how that spell is supposed to work.
Alright, I'll keep that in mind for future reference.
So I guess I should punish that though. So on a fail, the spell wouldn't be cast.
Punish me, daddy.
Or like you wouldn't... Well, so in this case it's a bonus action.
Vitality.
Right.
It's already cast. I'm
I
concentrating
think
on
if you try it and fail, you waste the bonus action.
Okay.
That's what I think.
Stop yawning, Nodge. Fuck you.
So
can't help it.
Clint, you see Osyoleth walk across the room. He again gauges distance. He drops the short bow, strings his long bow in a single motion, and fires up at the bone claw. Hits, and that one will actually maybe miss. Yeah. So the second one actually misses. So you see him again string this long bow, fire one arrow. The first one actually hits, and then he strings the second one. That one turns to white energy as it's traveling, and it actually misses and shatters across the back wall. So he kind of nicks it across the cheek with an arrow. And he seems kind of displeased with himself. Danton kind of sees what's going on again, draws a short sword off his belt, kind of lashes out at the thing. At advantage, so he hits. And then the dancing rapier kind of finally sticks out of the, gets itself out of the beam, turns, and flies directly at the bone claw as well. And unfortunately that one
What kind of
misses.
dance is it doing? Like a salsa, a foxtrot, or...
It's just like this. Like that. So...
Okay.
D8. No. Short sword is a D6. So, again, that doesn't do as much damage as Danton would have hoped. But he will kind of jump back because of attacking. There's no opportunity attack. And he kind of jumps back out of the doorway. Groovy, again, will just and cast Magic Missile again. You see darts fly at this thing, hitting automatically. 5, 6, 7, 11, 12 points of damage. So again, magical darts hit the thing, and Groovy hops back. Niall is pinned on this thing, kind of impaled. You see him, kind of blood spurts out of his mouth. Remy, how injured are you?
Remy has 12 hit points.
So he kind of reaches out. You see him drop his warhammer, and he kind of reaches out and says, "It will all be okay," and will cure wounds you.
Wait, who is this?
Niall.
Oh,
He's
Niall's my
praying to
favorite.
the sun for you. Was it the
Niall's
sun,
the
the
cleric,
soul?
right?
What was
Yes, he's the dwarf next to you.
Healed
it?
me for how much?
What was the deity?
Morning Lord.
Lathander, the Morning Lord. I think he said the Morning Lord to
Morning
be
Lord.
specific.
Yeah, that was it.
How much did you heal me for?
I'm counting right now. 4, 6, 7 points of damage. Or 7 points of healing. He damages you. 7 points of damage. So he heals you for 7.
Evil.
And that's his turn. I believe that's everybody there. Arya, your go. So you see
down?
Danton is kind of... He dances back out of the doorway with a rapier kind of held out in front of him. The dancing rapier, you hear it kind of slashing out at things. It's a whole bunch of ruckus.
It's Rumba.
Groovy fires off some magical darts.
I peek around the corner. Does the bone claw look
Yep.
exceedingly hurt?
It remembers its reaction. Let me... which I've forgotten to use up until this point. Oh, so actually you were in its range already, so it doesn't get to use its reaction. Never mind.
Wait, are you saying this fucking thing has a 15-foot range?
Yes,
Jesus
fuck me.
Christ.
but you are already in its range, so it can't attack you. Continue.
Does it look like hurt and shit?
Oh yeah,
Or is
it's pretty injured. Like Reb is kind of has it impaled and is sawing its way through its torso.
like close to death hurt?
Pretty hurt.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to run 5. 15, I believe that would be flanking with Reb.
Yes. Yeah.
And I will take a few attacks. First one is the magical dwarf sword. It's a
Magical dwarf sword?
Yeah.
Did you? Oh, you
Bought
bought
it
one.
online.
Yeah. I was just trying to remember where you got it. I forget things easily.
24 to hit.
Hits.
Okay. Ooh, 8. 12 damage.
Okay, it's still alive, but you kind of slice into its leg. You're kind of cutting its cloaks to pieces, and they're falling away, revealing kind of this zombified, kind of morphed, mutated torso.
Second attack is a 20 total to hit
Hits.
with the elvish sword that's not magic. Oh shit! Actually, no. It's just action, bonus action. So could that one have been the magic sword as well? Because I only have one attack right now. I just realized. Attack bonus action.
So you can't.
Oh, offhand. Never mind.
Yeah. So it has to be the offhand sword.
Either way, still a 20 to hit.
Yes.
Ooh, that's still good. 6 damage, halved to 3 because it's not magic.
Yes.
I assume.
Yeah. So that one kind of bites into its arm. That's reaching out, grappling Remy, but it doesn't kind of get to the bone. You just see kind of black oozing blood kind of coming out around it.
Action, bonus action, 15, 20, 25. And she's just going to duck back here for now. Because of mobile, she does not take an attack.
He doesn't have a free hand to attack anyways. So on its
I wouldn't be
turn...
surprised if he would hit me
How
with
hard
Remy.
you try.
What's
My
that?
coworkers, no matter how hard you tried, or like, I'm like, you got a free hand? No, fuck you, Badger. All right, fine.
So the sun's setting now at this point. You're kind of cloaked in some shade here. Call it dim light. And before your eyes, you see the Boneclaw, Remy, and Nile all disappear into kind of a shadow.
Well, fuck me.
Remy,
Okay.
roll a DC 14 con save. Nile is unconscious for sure.
Just
I
did.
beat it naturally. 18 plus whatever my
So
con is.
you take...
Plus 1.
Would this count as them leaving my range?
No,
Opportunity
it's
attack?
it's
Yeah,
teleportation, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
So you
Oh,
take,
well.
Remy, you take 22 points of necrotic damage, halved to 11. No, it's actually 13, because there is a plus to it. There is a modifier. So
But she also
13,
got healed.
or I'm sorry, hold on, what did I say? 22, so 24 halved to 12.
That's
12
a lot
points
less
damage.
entertaining.
So they disappear.
We like 11.
How many hit points do you have?
I'm up.
Okay.
Barely.
Yeah, because I figured because Nile healed you. So you're a
right.
floor downward, or does it have to be somewhere I can see? Yeah, it's somewhere he has to be able to see. So he teleports you up to kind of the shadow of a tree that's up on top of the wall, and you're hanging out kind of over the trees here. It kind of brings you close. You see Nile kind of go unconscious, hanging from the claw. And it says, you can't stop them. You shouldn't stop them. And you see it's, again, kind of labored now at this point. It's taken heavy damage. Please, you must listen. And that's all it says. Eno begins to climb a tree, Tombe. You see him kind of just awkwardly start climbing this tree here.
What the fuck?
Lease go. You see the bone claw kind of appear up above you on the wall up there.
Justin,
Yeah.
quick side note and question though.
Uh-huh.
Did we ever agree if the spell daylight is technically sunlight?
It is not, because spells that are sunlight specify that they're sunlight.
Okay.
Yeah. Like Sunbeam
It's still light.
specifies that it's sunlight. So it's light, but not sunlight.
Okay.
Elise.
I can see. Elise can see it right now, right?
Yes, yeah.
I will shift my detect thoughts over to him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's just the surface thoughts are. It's just kind of frantic. Again, they're protecting this location. Because the Bone Claw is smart enough to know and knows enough to say they're protecting the portal, which is 40 feet above the ground, where the 4th floor of the tower used to be. But it's frantic at this point. It's taking heavy damage. It knows it's probably going to die. It's vastly outnumbered at this point. But it is frantically hoping to convince Remy that the Masters, which is the Marigna, are doing the right thing. That it's vital that this world is annihilated and destroyed. This must come to pass, or very bad things are going to happen. And it's sad and anxious and not frightened at all of dying, but frightened of the possibility of them being, like, the Masters being stopped. Can't be allowed.
Can Remy respond immediately to his?
Sure, yeah, what do you want to say?
I kind of want to just stop. I'm not going to cast anything extra. I just want to say, plead your case.
Roll a persuasion check.
Morgan, this is how we let go all 5 other liches.
That is an 18 plus. What's my persuasion?
It's like a 7.
And Boyd. I'm leaving. I'm out.
Within the 6
24?
seconds, the Bone Claw responds and says,
Nope, that's 6 seconds.
it says, countless worlds will be destroyed. You must listen to us. And that's all it can kind of get off in this amount of time.
Okay.
And it's
with
Elise's
that-
turn.
Right. That's all Elise says was detect thoughts.
Yes. So Elise would have heard that because he is thinking about what he's talking about. So you hear his response, like countless worlds will be destroyed if you don't listen.
Okay.
And again, it's just kind of frantic and hoping to stop this.
So, okay, Elise might say something like out loud about that. Just, what do you mean countless worlds will be destroyed? And that's her turn. She's not gonna do anything else.
Do you want to action try to persuade it to continue speaking or something?
Was my action not to move the detect thoughts?
Oh yeah, I guess it was. Never mind.
I will bonus action try to persuade it if
Yeah,
you
you
let
just
me.
can't respond. Like, you can talk as a bonus action, but like I don't let you roll an ability check against him for that.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to kind of like
Reb, you go.
open that into the world for everybody else.
So it's on your radar that there's some sort of conversation being had. Again, he's about 20 feet up, or I guess more like 25 feet up. I can't math right now. 10 feet there. Yeah, so he's about 20 feet up from you.
That's still within range. I'd like to use 2. Okay, yeah. Thought my mic was off. I'd like to use 2 castings, or not 2 castings. 2 of the Ring of the Ram.
Okay.
From super far away?
I've got within 60 feet.
Oh shit. It's a lot more range than I thought it had.
Yeah, even going up, I've got enough space on that. Plus
Pythagoras.
7 Bang around. $12.
12 to hit. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Spectral Ram appears and kind of blasts and hits the Bone Claw on the back, but it doesn't take any damage. It just kind of disperses around the Bone Claw.
Is there any stairs, anything you can climb to kind of try and move my way
So you
up?
you can try to jump to. So basically, that brown is the floor above you. So it's at about 10 feet, and so you could try to jump and grab it and kind of haul yourself up. The flooring that is kind of immediately around the walls has kind of held up a little better than the central area.
Okay, well,
so-
that's my movement right there, so
Okay.
that's all I've got right now.
All right, Tombe.
Let's see, 5,
Or- oh,
10.
You're gone.
That'd be 35 feet right there, so. I'm going to run up here, grab something from my bag, and whisper
Glenn,
the Sylvan word for blind, and use the drift globe to cast daylight,
Okay.
give me a second. Ah, there
and
we
that's daylight within 60 feet of me.
Okay, so all of the shadows disappear. You
Super
know
fucking bright
it
over
cannot
there.
teleport any
Okay.
longer.
That fucking thing's not getting away. The fucking right
Anything
now.
else, Tombe?
Oh no. Oh no. I will bonus action panic attack.
Okay, you succeed. Remy, your go.
Okay.
How much?
So again,
Uh,
it has you both kind of impaled, hanging over the wall here. Just kind of frantically says to you, countless worlds will be destroyed if you stop them.
How we
Remy
let go all
will
the other liches?
Remy will respond,
Am I wrong?
I don't believe you. Convince me and I'll protect you.
Roll a persuasion check.
I will kill Remy.
And then I would also like to bonus action healing word Nile.
Okay.
Or no, I'm sorry, not healing word, or a vitality.
Okay. So 2d6 for him.
I will kill Remy.
19 plus whatever the fuck my persuasion is.
Yeah, very high. And then roll your healing for Nile.
Remy herself.
Is there a plus to that?
I don't think so. I think it's just the dice.
It's an 8 on the dice.
All right, so Nile kind of coughs blood and wakes up. He kind of instinctively grabs for his warhammer, but he dropped it back in the tower to heal you earlier. So he doesn't have like a weapon, and you see him go for a dagger on his belt, and he kind of just starts stabbing at the arm. But it's not his turn yet. It's not his turn yet, so he can't do that. But that's what he's going for.
I'd like to kind of not like action, but like kind of wave my hand like no. Hold on, let's hear him out.
And then the Bone Claw responds, and he says, "My undeath does not matter. I will be back in a matter of hours." But he continues and says, "The demonic corruption will spread world to world until they are all consumed."
Demonic corruption? What do you mean?
That's what he gets off in that 6 seconds.
Okay.
The Kaliach, the hags, kind of hesitantly move inwards, and you just hear Jenye come up behind you, Clint, kind of sneaking, and says, "What's happening?" And that's all they do. You hear Osileth call out for Nile, and he leaps upwards 10 feet, landing on the thing, leaps up onto the wall, and begins to draw arrows. Danton kind of rushes in, sees that they see that Nile is kind of not in sight, and will action dash further in. And Osileth sees that there's a conversation happening here, so he knocks an arrow, but holds it. Arya, your go. And Nile as well holds his action. Keep running out of water.
Yeah. I guess at this point, for now, I'll just try and climb up onto here and
Okay.
at least get up on the level.
Okay. What is your strength
Can I
score? Strength modifier?
so say if this beam is on the ground,
Yes. Yeah.
would there
You
be
could leap
any way
off
that
it.
I could acrobatics and try and parkour my
Yeah, but you
way
might be able to do it without like rolling an ability check. So what's
up? My
your?
strength score is 13.
So that's 5 feet.
It's not much.
So you could leap. Yeah. You could make it without rolling an ability check. So
Gladly.
you would have to leap off of the beam though. So you use whatever
Yeah.
movement that requires. I don't know where you were.
Right here.
Okay, so you right where?
13.
Okay, I see.
I
So
was
yeah,
right
you
here.
use and then you use do you use double? I don't think you use double movement for jumping. Yeah, so that's just 15 feet of movement. Oh, and I forget that you have ungodly movements. It probably doesn't even
I
matter.
have.
So you
all
used
of
you used
movement.
15 movement to get there. Yeah.
15, 25. Yeah, just outside of its reach.
Okay.
And I'm going to hold my action while pulling out one of the cherry bombs that Tom had handed me before we walked up to this place.
So the bone claw kind of looks back, and you see it's kind of what's left of the eye sockets kind of do squint a bit in the daylight, and clearly again it tries to teleport, but you see it's kind of shaking and shimmering in a weird way and can't seem to teleport without shadows.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we skipped Clint.
Oh, he got deleted when you deleted his mini.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well,
What was
Clint
he at?
12.
12.
12. Right.
What does-
before
what does
Remy,
Clint
right
wanna
after
do?
Tom.
So Kaliach comes up behind you, and Jenye says, "What's going on?"
They was to pew 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 pew. Pretty much, like usual.
Okay.
28 to hit.
Hits.
That is. I'm gonna hazard 14 damage. Yeah, 14 damage. Pew,
Okay.
Pew, 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 pew.
Okay. So it takes that. Anything else?
16 to hit.
Yep.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, fuck me. 9 damage.
Okay. Anything else?
19 to hit.
Yep.
Pew, 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 pew. Fuck. 10 damage on it.
Okay.
Those are his shots.
And that's it.
Yeah.
So Remy, you're being held by the bone claw again, and it looks down at you, and there's kind of a moment of squintiness under the daylight. It's trying to teleport away, and it can't. Remy, can Morgan even hear me right now? She's not on her
Yeah,
camera.
I can hear you.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Pour myself a glass of wine. I don't want it to be too loud.
Gotcha. So it looks at you and says, "Listen, you must understand. It's very vital that I tell you." The first shot blows its head apart, and then two more come flying out of it and kind of ricochet off Niall's breastplate, and it dies, and you guys fall to the ground. Roll an acrobatics check, DC 12.
DC 10 because she has the tree to help her.
No, that would even make it worse.
Have you tried?
She's gonna hit every branch on the way down. DC 12 acrobatics.
Dude.
Can I have every branch is like
That's a natural 11. My dex is +2.
So you take half damage. So you take 4 points of falling damage total.
Ouch.
And Niall takes 3. So you kind of pinball down the tree here and land on the ground heavy. And you look over and Niall isn't moving. And you hear Ossioleth call out, "Niall!" And you just hear him without moving. He says, "I'm alive." And he just lays there for a while.
Oof.
Oh, fuck.
So we are out of combat for now. The bone claw is just kind of draped over the wall there. Its head kind of blown to pieces.
I would like to loot the bone claw.
It has nothing of use on it.
I would like to walk up to the bone claw and just stab it a couple of times with the sword just to be safe.
Yeah, it doesn't really react at all.
I mean, does he have like a loincloth or like some other
He
shit
was
on him?
he was like cloaked. He had like a massive cloak on, but it had been torn to ribbons by this point.
I don't care. I'm gonna take it.
So you have this cloak that is quite large, but has some holes in it, and has been torn. There's a large hole right in the middle where Reb kind of impaled it.
Okay, you guys, I think it's dead, but also I think it was already dead. So I don't know if we should keep stabbing it.
You see Eno has climbed up the tree and gotten up onto the wall there, and is just kind of looking up.
Clint's like,
Eno, what are you doing?
Niall kind of eventually does get up and trudges around back through the entrance. And the Natus kind of regroup here in the middle. Eno just looks up and says, "Well, we're going up there, yes? They're demiplane? I assume that's why we're here."
I will use an action to sprint,
Yeah.
dash, and run all the way over here, jumping
Clint
over
shoots you.
the doorway.
Okay. And your long jump can probably get you over it without any issue.
Yeah. Also, I'd have fucking hella momentum.
Hella.
Okay.
So the only thing of real use is on the Deathlock, and it has a wand. It's just a regular old wand, though. It's made from kind of a finger bone of some large creature. Kind of has joints, and is kind of connected by some petrified tissue, but it is quite large.
If no
Reb,
one
this
else-
looks humanoid. Do you want it?
Yeah, what is that thing we had before that talked
The
about like remnants made of like human finger bones and
the
shit?
finger of a fey being.
No, not that, but we had something else. We had notes about it. I could go back and look, but I can't see it right now.
I don't know. All I can say is if no one else wants it, Tom will gladly take it to try to make a new wand that doesn't explode.
Hold on, let me see if that's one of those things I can use, and then otherwise, bangarang.
You can,
It's just
but
a
it
just a
just
spell
uses it
casting
as a spell
focus.
focus,
Yeah.
same as your scythe is.
Hold on, where's the like you took the notes on it.
Tom would like to start looking up and seeing if he
Here,
can see the
Soul
portal that was.
He doesn't see
Usually
anything.
religious, like a finger of a saint in a jar, similar to the
Oh.
hallow spell. That's what I was thinking of with this finger.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I think that has to be like a holy thing.
Well, I don't know. Look at this damn thing. It could be unholy and holy.
I mean, fair, but I don't think a single finger would be enough to operate all those little levers.
I guess
no, that's
the
not
one
what your
thing
mom
you
said.
guys would think about is you might actually be able to harvest these creatures for magical components or something of the like. Hold on.
I fuck a dog, says Vare.
Lovely.
So
So definitely like the bone claw claws could be useful for something. As far as the Bodak is concerned, there isn't much of use on it. Same with the Deathlock, but the claws of the Bone Claw might be useful, you think? So that's an option. You see,
sure, why not?
Nile undergoes a prayer of healing, and so he kind of kneels and prays, and you feel some healing energy wash over the group.
Are we allowed to do like a short rest, or would that take too long?
So a short prayer of healing takes 10 minutes, I think. So he's just doing that,
During that 10 minutes, can I
which
use
is
my...
not a short rest. You'd have to take an hour, full hour.
Okay.
So, could I use my medic feature and get to half of the people?
And medic takes a short rest. Is that right?
Medic takes a... yeah.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, during a short rest, you can clean and bind the wounds of up to 6 willing
Yeah,
creatures.
no, you can't do that in this amount of time. Smile, cast prayer healing for 13, 15, 17. So he gets 17 healing. Danton heals a bit. Danton wasn't hurt. Grooby heals a bit. Osculate heals a bit. No. So I have 4 other creatures that can take 17 healing. Remy, you want to take that?
Yes, please.
17 points of healing to you.
If she could, Arya would love to take some of that.
Okay, so I have 2 left. Arya
Reb
takes
is
17.
18 down.
So you can take
And
the 5th.
Clint is...
Wait, Remy might also be able to do,
Prayer of healing.
possibly. I don't remember.
Did you prepare
17
it?
hit points.
25
Yeah,
down.
17. So Reb, you get 17.
Okay, sure.
Is there a roll for, Prayer of Healing?
Yeah, it's 2d8.
Okay, Remy will cast Beacon of Hope
Okay.
to maximize it
So then that's
for everybody.
16.
Everybody gets max health from the possible
19.
roll.
21. It's 23 healing then.
Everybody gets 23 healing.
Yes. So because there's a modifier attached to it, and then he has a feature that adds extra to healing spells.
Oh,
Is
that's
there a
nice.
way that I can action help that?
No, because there's no advantage to be provided. You help in the sense that your spell helped.
That helped me a lot.
I was hoping to help more.
Clint, you see Eno again is just looking again about the 4th floor, and he says to you, "We have to get up there."
How?
I don't know. Last time I was here, there was a tower.
Can you make a new tower?
No, he
What
says.
about a really big ladder?
Can anybody fly?
Gerby says, "I can."
Not from the bird.
Mod, you can.
No, I
make
can
people
actually fly,
right?
he says.
No, how many
Can you
people
look
can
up
you
and
make
see if
fly?
there's any like
A couple?
sort of
How many is a couple?
Are you asking Mod or Groovy?
I'm asking Justin
Okay.
about Mod.
Okay. Fly. Because I think she's an innate caster, so she can't, like, upcast it. So... Yeah, so Mod can only make one creature fly, I think, because she can't... she's an innate caster, so she can't upcast spells. She's like, well, I could make me... like, one of us fly. I have wings, but I could make one other person... like, you could fly.
Okay. Let's wait for that for now.
Justin.
Yeah.
Can we look up and see any like gate, dimension door, any
No.
warp portal, anything up there? We can't see it.
Osculeth does. You see his eyes shine a bit. They kind of glint, and he says, there's a planar portal about 40 feet up. He says.
Is it warbling?
He says, no, it looks fairly stable.
Okay.
Eno says, no, they don't really, this one doesn't really work that way.
I don't know.
And then he thinks and says, Remy, you could gate us 40 feet up and we could fall into it.
I could,
That worked.
Make more time.
too.
but that sounds painful.
No.
He shrugs. If you get the distance right,
On the hole.
Wouldn't it be
he
painful?
points and says it's about there, 40 feet up. So
Clint's
you could
like,
just go
Remy,
right above
Remy,
it and
Remy.
you would fall, 2 feet.
Clint's like, Remy, it's like Portal, and you just from the blue to the orange. You know what I'm saying?
Eno's like, yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's funnier when you can see the webcam me like,
Osculeth, what color is that portal?
He says they don't have
Blue
a
or
color.
orange?
Well, is it blue or orange?
It doesn't have a color, he
Yes.
says. Orange,
was I able
generally.
to see the top of the building from the outside?
So again, there's only
Yeah,
there's only 2 stories of this tower. Like it has
Oh,
fallen
right, right,
over, basically.
Right.
Okay.
I would like to look underneath.
If
I'd
we
like
want
to
to,
look at the basement or whatever.
If
There's
we want to
nothing
take-
down there other than the remnants of your last undead battle.
how tall
And
are
there's
some of the trees around?
archives. There's Ranger Guild archives in the bottom floor.
Nothing
Justin?
useful.
They're fairly tall. The larger ones are probably about 50 feet high. It's just the problem is it's in the center of the tower.
Okay, so you guys, if we all work together, we can cut down a couple of trees and make some really big ladders and climb up there on a ladder.
Are you high? I'm not
It's
high.
like siege ladders, like if you were going to attack a keep, you would cut down a bunch of trees and make ladders.
No,
just climb
they
the
just
walls.
climbed, and they were like orcs and stuff, and like they were strong, and it wasn't fun.
What?
But we had a siege. You never had a siege? We had a siege.
No,
It was, and like
I've
he
never
like
had a
looks around,
siege.
like none of you guys were here. Like
not even
it was
Eno.
a siege, and it wasn't fun. And oh no, you like points at Jen. You're like you were there. And you like lifted the gate. And you're like, "Whoa," and
Okay,
then you
I
like
got a
let
question.
them in.
Yeah, what's your question?
With Elisa's detect thoughts up, is she able to share thoughts with other people?
Well, you have message, so you could message them thoughts, right? You have a
Yeah, I
message.
suppose that's
You message
possible.
thoughts.
Yeah, for
so
what
could-
purpose?
So through that,
Yeah.
Message
Remy
thoughts. Send a
see-
DM.
could Remy see what it was that Elise saw through the bone claw and the death lock? What they were trying to protect in the area it was.
Yeah,
And
again,
attempt
it's
to-
kind of the area is just like basically right in the center of the tower, 40 feet up. So yeah, you could give Remy an approximation of where that is, sure. For like the purposes of again teleporting, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, you could do that. Again, Eno kind of pointed, so you know close enough to where it is.
So Remy's gonna try it. She's gonna make a gate
Okay,
and try to.
so you
slither
all
on up there.
you step through, of course, standing straight up. You step through, fall, and then as you kind of appear up there, you do see there is a portal that seemingly can only be viewed from one angle, which is, standing at that level. So it's not viewable from underneath. You have to be above it to see it, and it's just a black hole. And as you kind of step into it, you all kind of tumble forward as if you're falling forward, but then you land on your feet straight, and the gravity shifts. So now you're standing in a dark space on kind of a marble floor of sorts.
Did we all just gate through that?
Yes, and everybody, I assume, followed. Unless you want to stay.
What the fuck?
That's the wrong music, huh?
Tom is just inspecting plants outside. Wait, where'd everyone go?
Morgan, why do you keep fucking leaving your camera?
Bitch, I got shit to do. Like,
she's doing dishes.
more wine and snacks and
So you all, the gate
I can
closes.
stay in one room.
The gate
You should
closes
know she's
behind
never
you.
actually in the computer room when she's doing this.
Remy,
Let's go right now.
you've used the second charge of the cubic gate to get here. So I believe everybody is present there, yeah? So, does everybody see us?
Yes.
So, it's completely dark in this place. There's no sound. And you also feel that your breathing and heart rate has slowed to a very slow pace. So you know you've entered probably this time warped zone.
The drift globe is still going up to 60 feet.
Okay, so the drift globe illuminates the area around you. You're all standing on a wide marble platform. There's no walls or ceiling, and it just fades into darkness. And you kind of each look over the edge, and there's just an abyss of darkness below you. And you even kind of peek over, and it doesn't seem like there's anything holding this platform up. It's just a floating platform in a void. And there are pathways leading off in various directions, also made of stone marble.
Tom recognizes this. He's going to use his intelligence score to try and fly.
You do not fly. You do not fly.
Damn it.
I've got 120 feet of dark sight, magical and non-magical.
So again, you do, yes. So again, you see 120 of feet. There are just pathways at about 5 feet, just narrow walkways that again have no walls, no ceiling, and nothing is holding them up. They're just floating in space. It is hauntingly silent in this place. There's no air current at all. And again, you just see multiple paths leading off. Some have stairs that go up. Again, with no walls or ceiling, they just go up to another platform or another walkway. So you really you're very disoriented in this space.
So, detect thoughts is still up. I think I can detect thoughts of people around me as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to double check that really quick. I think that I can detect whether or not there are thoughts going on.
Yeah, so you detect your group, but nothing else.
Nothing else?
Yeah.
Is it pitch blackness out to 60 feet?
Yeah, as far as any of you can see, just pitch darkness. And like you look down the pathways that lead off, and eventually you just lose sight at the edge of your range. So there are pathways that lead off to unknown.
Magical darkness feature.
It's just normal darkness. It's not magical darkness. It's just there's no light sources. There's no sun or anything.
Within 30 feet.
No, other than you guys.
Can Arya try and stealth forward a little bit?
30 feet?
Yeah, you could. So, what we're going to do here is somebody's going to roll an investigation check to decide how quickly we get along.
Can it be a perception check?
It can be an investigation check.
I think I have a maximum of +2.
Tom can do that.
Investigation I have +4.
+7.
Alright.
Tom, investigate.
Let me investigate. You can have advantage.
Okay. Now, here's hoping I don't keep rolling like garbage.
I do have a proficiency to give him, anyway, yeah.
Alright, not bad. 19?
19. So, you start to kind of lead the group. Like, everybody's like, well, where should we go? And Toby, you're like, well, maybe this direction. And you head off, and as you're walking, there's two kind of walkways that lead off. And you start to kind of head towards the left one, and you see Eno's mage hand just kind of gently pushes you towards the right option, but he doesn't say anything about it, and he quickly dispels it as if it wasn't there. So you guys walk for you walk for about an hour down these paths. You're not finding anything. There's just branching paths, and you're just kind of picking them at random. But eventually, you do get to a platform, and at your dark vision range and your level, basically, you see. Are we stealthing? Is that something we're doing?
Arya is stealthing, even if everyone else.
Okay,
is.
so everybody roll stealth.
Yeah, daylight has worn off by now, but you'll still have light.
Osculith casts Pass Without a Trace. You know if you have a light spell active, it's gonna severely hamper your ability to be stealthy in this place. There is no light source.
He will snuff the light for the moment.
Okay. So everybody stealth check.
We'll grab hands of people that aren't able to see in the dark as well.
So stealth check plus 10.
22.
And Arya is going to spend 2 key points to cast dark vision.
Okay.
Okay. So for Arya, that is ungodly. You said there's already a Pass Without a Trace going?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck.
Morgan. Oracle. I'm waiting for you.
35.
Okay.
I can't hear you.
That's stealth for Arya. That's actually really good. And 30 for Tom.
And then give me a marching order here.
Clint. 28 for Clint. I'm imagining Reb is near the front with Arya because they both have good dark vision and she's got out to 120.
And Arya is probably going to be or Tom is going to be behind them trying to lead a little bit.
Where's Arya? Go. Just imagining
So
that.
if you look outwards, I have revealed some things that you can see. These creatures do not see you, but you see on various other platforms, these creatures are kind of standing at idle, kind of just zoned out as undead are like to do.
Oh, that's 8 hours. I didn't realize that. That's nice.
So there, of course, this darker section is stairs, and the parts that you can't see are because you haven't obviously headed downstairs yet. So any other movements of... Morgan, I can't hear you if you're talking. I hear your face is flapping, but I can't hear you.
Elise was a 22, Remy was a 32.
Okay, so you are unnoticed by these things. Agnes has turned off her sputtering broom for the moment.
Badger.
Not too late for you, huh?
And you see Jenny is kind of perched and kind of has her robes pulled up around her knees, and you see her feet are kind of, pushed inwards because she's so large that she's having trouble walking along these narrow walkways.
Shit with my warg. Rip.
So yeah, do you want the warg summoned or not?
There's also a pseudo-dragon that could be summoned.
It has to squeeze.
Pseudo-dragon is summoned.
Yeah, I just hadn't added
Well,
it.
I can pop him in, right? If
Yeah, it's just an action to bamf him in.
Okay, that'll be fine. Yeah, just leave him out there for now.
Okay.
Badger or Justin, do we have any idea what these guys are? Like, I'm guessing that one's a white.
Reb, you could roll a religion check, and Arya was there too. You could roll a religion check as well.
Wait, is this our marching order?
That's what I'm saying. How do you want to be arranged?
Say Tom and
Alright,
it was Reb, Arya, Tom, I believe. So could Tom also make one?
Tombe wasn't in
Remy would wanna be
the Valley of the Kings or Valley of the or Gate of the Pharaohs, is why.
Religion check for
Yes.
Arya. I rolled a 6, so I believe that's a 4.
So you're not sure what they are. They just look like zombies to you.
They're just
Reb.
zombies.
Not 20.
Oh, so the blue thing is a Deathlock White, so they're a stronger version of a zombie, basically, that has the soul captured within it. And so they decay to a certain extent, but they're not kind of falling apart. And
They're weaker than the one we just fought, the Master.
Yeah, so they're definitely weaker than that. They have some magical abilities and that sort of thing, but they're much weaker than that thing won't fireball you. You don't think? And then the pale creature is just a normal white, which again is strong, but not not particularly wildly powerful. And if you look further, again, there's two sections here that I've revealed that you can see kind of at your level. And of course, again, there's stairs going down in front of you, and you see stairs leading up in other places. So you think there's much more to this area than what you can see from your current angle.
Red's gonna kind of point and be like, should we go to this side here, the top rightmost one, and what we've got revealed?
But if anything, before we get too far along, because I am only so helpful, I'm here. Red, you have one of these. Clint, you have one of these.
I know you're only so helpful. Just kidding. That's fucked.
Fuck you. Oculeth, do you have healing shit?
He says, I've got Niles.
Okay, well, in case Niles goes down, pour this down his throat, and I give him one of the 2d4 potions.
Danton just reaches for it and takes it from you. I got it.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna giving one of those to Danton, one to Reb, and one to Elise.
Okay. I have taken note.
Remy will want to message everybody.
Arya falls off. And...
she parkours.
Arya falls, just walks
message out to everybody and kind of relay what the Boneclaw told her. And say, just kind of,
You can have this conversation while you've been traveling quietly.
We can do it quietly with that message?
Yeah, because you've been traveling for about an hour with no activity. So this is after about an hour of walking. You come to this place.
Okay, so Remy will just want to relay what the Boneclaw told her and kind of say, hold on, don't kill them immediately. I'm curious about what they have to say and why they think that more worlds will die if we stop them. I want to hear them out. I'm not saying that we have to spare them. I just want to hear them out, so don't kill them right away.
Red's basically turn to her, kneel down, grab her on the shoulders, almost like that, shaking me this is how we got in this fucking mess.
Niall also kind of says,
I believe this shit, okay? I love you, but no!
Niall says...
information is power.
Niall says... yes, in my experience, most undead are bad. And that's all he says.
And I'm not denying
I have a lot of
undead are bad. I just want to hear what they have to say. Information is power. The more that we know, the better. So if we convince them that we want to hear what they have to say, and we are willing to compromise, the better. It's good. We want information.
Remy, you know what they're gonna say? They're gonna gurgle while we kill them.
I have found that there's at least one thing that tends to work really well. When something isn't going your way, punch them in the face.
Yeah, when it's
still not going your way,
but
punch them again.
Punch them in the face.
At least
that Arya.
Let's get as much information as possible out of them before we kill them. That's all I'm saying. Spare them long enough to get as much information as possible.
Hello, kitty.
Clint, you see Oculeth is gauging distance again. And you see him again take out his longbow, string it in a single motion, and knock an arrow, and he just kind of perches on the corner there and kind of shakes his head, and Danton kind of pushes forward towards the stairwell, intending to set up a stealth mission, basically. Head out there. Oculeth has posted up to fire an arrow, but...
You really don't think it's better to gooch on by? Out of this way.
Oculeth says, typically I've found it's best to slay beings like this on sight.
I just don't want to get up the element of surprise.
He says, "My arrows are quiet, I assure you."
Ari is just on the lines of, if need be, I can run up there and hit him a couple of times and get out.
Typically, yes, we want to slay them on sight. But, like, if they're trying to claim shit like that, I want to hear what they have to say. I want to hear why they're saying that.
Remy, how much have you been doing the flask?
Reb, roll another religion check.
All I'm saying is maybe they do have a good reason and they have solid thoughts with this. They're just going about it the wrong way. So if we do get this information, we might have insight into the future. We might have something that, you know, they're trying to prevent something in the future and they're just doing it wrong and we can do it right.
And then we kill them.
So,
yeah, I'm not saying
Reb,
we don't kill them. I'm just saying that we don't kill them right away. Let's get as much information as we can first.
So you're thinking,
And what
Reb,
happens if you
that
walk up
whites...
there and they fireball you immediately?
Sorry, was it just...
Whites are intelligent. They have a soul and can think and remember and things. So if they've been told anything about this mission that the Marigna is undertaking, they would be able to communicate that if you share a language with the undead. But you're not so sure about the compartmentalization of information. The Bone Claw, the Deathlock, seem to be fairly intelligent about what the plan was, obviously. But you're not so sure that that's the case with these guys, because you fought them at the Gate of Pharaohs, and they didn't really communicate with you at all. They were just ordered to kill you, and they were trying to kill you.
They seem like minions.
Elise, you
Yes?
can think into people's heads, right? How far away can you think into people's heads?
Can you think in Remy's head for me?
I can detect the thoughts of anybody within 30 feet of me.
Okay, can you change the thoughts of Remy to where they're not insane?
No, I cannot change a person's thoughts. I can only think of them. But, I mean, knowledge is power, so I don't know how sane she is, but...
Can you make her think better thoughts? Thoughts that won't kill us?
I wish.
So again, Danton intends to sneak up on these things and basically coordinate an attack with Osuleth. So what's
Tom will pull out his bow and arrow as well.
I want to clarify. Remy is totally down to kill them all, but get as much information first and foremost.
These ones won't give us much information. All they'll do is set alarms and scream at us. They're grunts. Nothing more.
I mean, that's fine. If you don't think that they're going to give us the information, then we can wipe through them. But as soon as you see something that you think is going to give us information or could, like that bone claw, chill. Just don't kill it right away. Let it hang on to its life long enough to give us more information. That's all I'm saying.
This is why we have these problems. I know you're all wholly in delight now, but this is why we had these problems.
Reb, you should know better than that by this point.
I know not to trust the undead, is what I know at this point. Payne's like,
we shouldn't, but that doesn't mean that they don't have valuable
Clint just looks at Eno. He's just staring at him. Eno's just kind of looking out over the edge.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend.
Oh god.
He leaps off. He leaps off. He leaps off. Fuck you guys.
So he's one step closer to the edge.
All my friends are dead. Oh god. We're gonna move past all of that.
Anyway.
Who is stealthing forward?
Arya.
Reb and those fucks, I think.
I think everybody, right?
Reb,
well, Osuleth and Nile and Gruby are staying put, just to coordinate an attack, basically.
Okay, so Reb wants to be part of that attack too.
Part of the ranged attack.
Yes.
Remy just wants to be sure that we're getting information where we can get it. Remy is down to attack or stealth as need be.
Remy can go home at this point.
So Danton and Arya are stealthing. Anybody else? Anybody else? Stealth?
As far as I know.
Okay. So
are we not all being stealthy?
Well, no. So just the stealth, you're hidden at this point. If you don't move from this platform or make any sudden noise or anything, you're hidden. But Danton and Arya are attempting to get within melee, and then they're going to coordinate a melee and a ranged attack at the same time, basically.
Hopefully assassinate.
Okay, Remy and Elise will go stealth.
Okay, so all 4 of those people roll stealth.
Don't forget, Remy no longer has the cloak of elven time.
Do we still have Pass Without Trace?
No.
Well, fuck. That's a nat 20 and a nat 1, luckily with advantage.
Oof.
So, 30.
Okay.
Remy has a 19, Elise has a 13.
Okay. So you stealth forward, you head down some stairs. There are 2 little alcoves of platforms here, but they're, like, unpopulated by anything. You get down to another platform here. There's a stairwell that starts here and kind of goes under and over in this direction. But in the center there's what it looks like a kind of runic circle. Remy, you could roll an Arcana check.
It's Badger's tattoo.
Ooh, that's really good. That's a 19 plus.
It looks like a conjuration spell of some kind. It's written in Abyssal. Do you speak Abyssal?
They drew it upside down.
Reb, did you teach me Abyssal?
No, it was Infernal.
Can I bring Reb to help me?
No.
If you want to go back and get her.
No.
I would like to go back and get Reb.
So.
Reb cannot be stealthy. Don't.
So, Remy, you kind of
Reb
start
is not
to sneak back towards the group. What do you say to him?
What do I say?
Yeah. What do you say to
I
Reb?
found something. I can't speak it, but it looks like your kind of language. Help me come determine what it says.
God damn it.
That's kind of fucked up. What do you mean my kind of language?
You know what I mean.
No,
Devilish,
I don't.
creepy,
You know what? I'm a human. I was born in Vestra, okay?
Can we surmise
Yes,
that this leads to here?
yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm trying to
you
bring
come
this
around. You come around the little wall there, down, so that you enter the stairs from this square, and then it connects up underneath over here.
Is there a wall here?
Can I also can I send
Where?
my
Right?
pseudo dragon down these paths?
No,
over
there's
here?
no wall, other
How
than around the
far-
stairwell.
How far down is it? To
About 1 story, so 10-ish feet.
Would I be able to just silently drop down?
You can try.
Okay.
Can I send my pseudo down these pathways over here?
So there's no, they actually end right there. They're just little 10-foot alcoves
Okay.
that are empty.
There's nothing there. There's no like coffins. There's
Nope.
no.
Yeah, just the flooring, no walls, no ceiling, no object.
They just stop.
Yep.
Are we in like a Zelda dungeon, like Link to the Past, some ass shit?
It's
Yes.
more like a Final Fantasy one.
No, this makes me think of Link to the Past, where you could go down and find paths that go literally fucking there. And if you
Like
jump
Final
off them, you fall into an
shit.
abyss down to the first floor. Oh no, restart your quest.
You have to go on like each one and figure out which one has like the chest on each side. Anyway,
God.
so we're
What's that?
going over.
Okay.
Over here,
So
yeah.
roll stealth. Because of I forgot the range and pass without a trace is actually 30 feet, so you do get a plus 10.
Oh, great!
Because most of that
Okay.
stealth you're not passing.
Who's the one who has passed without a trace up at the moment?
Oculith.
Okay.
So what was your roll?
15 after
Fif-
pass without trace.
15 succeeds. Remy?
In that
Ooh.
case, just in that case, I rolled a 40.
Okay.
Fuck you, Nero. One to
Remy's is...
Oh, do I have to roll another one?
Yeah, because you left and came back, so I'll make you roll again. But it's again plus 10.
11 plus 2, 13 plus 10, it...
23. So Reb, you get there
That
fine. The undead don't move. Reb, roll an Arcana check. I'll give you advantage because Remy does notice a little bit about it.
beat. 16.
16. So it looks like a summoning circle of some kind, but it's incomplete. You see that the circle hasn't been completed, and there's some runes kind of missing in places where you feel like they should be. So it's a summoning circle, but it hasn't been completed, and you do recognize that it's written in blood, it seems.
Can I confer with Pain about what it might be?
Sure.
If she
What do you say to Sigrix?
Just say, hey, like, does this look like something you've seen or used before? Does this devil, a demon, can we use it for you? Like, what's going on with it?
Payne says, doesn't seem to be complete, she says.
Well, can I complete it to help you and us, or what?
She says, we could try. It would just summon some sort of creature. I'm not sure what.
I want to summon, like, your creature, or something, like a friend of yours.
No,
like
she says its name has already been written there in the center, or it's...
What's the name?
It's not like a... It's not like a name, like a personal name, but like it's
Is it the true name?
Describing an entity, basically.
What is it describing?
Some sort of demonic figure.
A
lot of horns and a lot of mouths and a lot of extra eyes and that sort of thing.
Well, what can you?
Sycorax says, "Well, it can't be bigger than the circle, I would assume, because otherwise that'd be pretty dumb, huh?"
Any ideas?
Sycorax rolled a natural 1. So she's like, no.
Aria will just silently drop down that 10-foot.
Roll a stealth check. And you're just out of the range of Pass Without a Trace.
Doesn't matter, that's another natural 20.
Okay.
30.
So you land on kind of the base of the stairwell there.
And I will just look down this
what's your
down here.
Yeah, what's your range of dark
the
vision?
spell Dark Vision gives Dark Vision out to, drum roll please, if the app will load. A range of 60 feet.
Okay. So you see at this level, there's another little pathway that leads off. Stairwell that leads up to that other platform. Another section of platforms with 2 more whites there as well, just kind of standing there, inactive. There are 2 statues here. In the dim light, you can't tell quite what they are, but they seem to be like multiple appendages. And then let me do some distancing to see. Okay, so you see another set of stairs that leads off in this direction. And I think you actually might get one more square. Hold on. Yeah. And you see just the beginnings of another platform and another white standing there.
Saying if Elise and Danton are starting to go down the stairs there, I will just...
They aren't. They're just standing there waiting.
Sitting, doing idle animations?
Yes. Unless Elise wants to head down the stairs.
Unless Elise wants to what?
Head down the stairs.
Eat ass.
Is Arya trying to go down the stairs?
Well, Arya leapt down, but nobody else has moved down the stairs yet.
I look up the stairs. Are there any zombies in the stairwell?
No.
Good.
Yeah, Elise will kind of try to slowly move along with her, not super close by, close enough that she could run in if she needs to help, but not so close that she'll...
So you're heading down the stairs. Reb, what do you want to do about this summoning circle?
It's incomplete, right?
Yeah.
How incomplete is it? Just missing a couple parts?
Couple runes and completing the circle.
So in a way I could just kind of like scuff over like some like the circle and the blood and shit, or like kick a rune or 2.
Yeah,
like,
you could
away.
just screw it up more, sure.
Yeah, I'll just screw it up.
Okay, so you scratch out some of the...
It's like a quiet thing. Just
yeah,
like
that's
fuck
fine.
it up a little bit.
Yeah, you just fuck up some of the runes with the tip of your scythe or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So there's a little bit of scratching, but nobody hears it. And then now what's the plan moving forward?
What are these guys trying to do with their ranged attack?
They're just still perching up, waiting for them to hit here. They can't see this far, so...
Can they see me, dark vision, etc., or anything?
You think so, but they're kind of just inactive. Like, their heads are hanging, and they're just standing up, but limp, kind of.
I will quietly go up the stairs and whisper to Elise and Danton what I see of There's the corner 15 feet after the stairs. There's 2 more up there. Then we have 15 feet of stairs to go up to get to the 2 on that were the original targets.
I'm gonna kind of move down and kind of ask them what's up.
Okay, so you confer. Oops.
Yeah, you're like, hey guys, what's up?
Where'd you
What's
go?
going on? What's with our range attack thing here?
Osceolith says you haven't reached distance yet. You have
You don't
to.
want me to shoot here?
I think
You
he
want me to
messages you.
go- Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah, so Osceolith messages you, and so you can stay back, but he basically says we're waiting for you to approach, and the signal is make a melee attack, and then we will strike them if need be. You think that Danton typically sneaks in, and then they coordinate blows, basically.
So maybe Danton should be in front of Reb.
It's up to you, really.
Sure, why not? Reb will have the scythe instead of the bow.
I mean, very well. You could just use the bow from up here.
Said melee attack.
It's up to you guys. So Remy, what do you want to do? You want to go with them?
Wait, where are they going?
They're going down the stairs and sneaking over to these people you're trying to attack.
Yeah, Arya's gonna let Danton pass her, so that way he gets over there first.
Okay.
Did we figure out what the summoning circle was for?
No, Sycorax
We just had
didn't
complete-
know.
It's a demon of some kind. We think maybe a devil, but it's not complete.
Remy might try to mess the circle up just a smidgen more and then
Okay.
follow.
Yep, you do
So
that.
he'll kind of hit like the end of the line.
Okay. So you head on down the stairs, Elise as well, I assume. Reb, do you want to go down the stairs as well?
Elise would have been closer to Arya. She's kind of sticking with Arya right now.
Okay.
And Remy would be kind of towards the end of the line.
Oops. Direction is up. Okay, so you guys sneak up. Everybody roll stealths.
Can I keep the stealth that I had,
No.
even though I roll it after hopping down?
No, the stealth there was for hopping down, and now you're moving.
Okay.
Do we have passed without trace?
No, you're just out of range.
I rolled a 12 for
Okay.
both.
Okay,
I rolled a 25.
okay. Reb stealth.
Sorry, I'll be right there. Stealth, no pass without atrocity. Seven.
Okay, so
God
multiple
damn.
things happen at once. Danton steps
Why
up.
didn't you stay over here and just shoot a bow?
Danton steps up, and as he steps up, Elise and Reb kind of get tangled up, and Reb kicks the back of Elise's foot, and you see the 2 whites here are alerted and kind of look over, and the other 2 swing around as well. So everybody roll initiative.
Tits.
Did Danton get that little bit of movement?
Yes, because he had a little extra movement left over.
Because he had what?
He had a little extra movement left over.
I have hella movement.
But he was like leading the group.
Fair enough.
He was like the leading action, I guess.
I'll give it to you.
What did I roll? 14.
12.
Alright. Oh, I'd rather not.
Oof. Okay, Clint, 20. Is this Arya 12, Tom 20? Is that new?
Yeah, those are the initiatives for this.
You care which goes first, Clint or Tombe?
I don't really care.
Me neither. Let's just roll for it.
They go at the same time.
Elise, did you roll yet?
Yes, Elise had a 10 and Remy had a 22. No,
12
wait,
for Clint.
12.
A 12?
21.
21. So
Patrick,
Remy,
did you roll?
you're gonna go first.
For the roll off, 12 for Clint.
12 for Tom. Roll a
Really?
d12.
No,
Yeah, really.
14 for...
I thought Arya was 12 and Tom was 20.
Sorry.
roll off.
The rerun was still 12.
14
18.
for the next roll off. Okay.
So Remy, you go first.
Yeah.
What you want
Okay,
to do?
was right in front of me.
These whites over here, they've noticed you. They've turned their heads and are looking directly at you.
Alright, hold on. I'm
Hi, can I ask you a couple of questions?
Hey, fuck you.
Hey, fuck you.
I didn't think I'd go first.
I have
What
nothing
the-
on the current order, so I have no fucking clue.
Okay, I only
have
see
Natus, Undead, and
I only see Natus, Undead, and Kalaya.
Kalaya.
Yeah, I forget that you guys can't see all of the
Ah.
initiative. Which kind of makes sense. You don't always know.
So I
actually.
see
But like, I can't see anywhere
the two
allies.
undead.
Yeah, so you see two Ned in front of you there.
Remy might. What's she gonna do?
I don't know.
When they come for you.
Free them, maybe?
It's America. You shoot them.
Remy is going to hold her action.
Okay. Clint, your go. You think in this silent space where all you've heard is your footsteps for an hour, a pistol might
Yeah.
be a bad choice.
I need to work on making a silencer for one of your guns.
That would be a cool thing to
Fucking
have.
range on a short crossbow.
Hand crossbow or light crossbow?
Well,
Sorry,
it's a
light
hand
crossbow.
crossbow.
Hand crossbow's 30 feet. Light crossbow's 80 feet.
Okay, wait, no. Yeah. Let me... You said 80 feet?
Yes, for a light crossbow.
You know what? It's not even the right one. Let me hit this guy first. I'm gonna do that. Light crossbow, hot action.
Okay.
I don't even fucking know what his shit is for that. We don't have enough, like, things here for that.
So, which light does he have a light crossbow? So
He's
thing?
gotta have one in there somewhere. I know he's not one.
You had it mixed in with, I believe, the blunderbuss.
That was the old
No, we had to
blunderbuss.
take
stuff.
that out.
Yeah.
Oh, in that
Like,
case,
he's
I
not
don't
one
know.
in there
I don't
somewhere.
think he has a. I don't think he has a light crossbow.
No, we stole one at least from the pirate ship.
Oh, did you want to just have that one still?
I mean, sure, like,
Okay.
why
So
not?
that bonus will be
Proficiency.
10. It'll be plus 10.
plus 4, and then okay, plus 10. That sounds good. 29 to hit. What is that? A D8?
Hits, yeah, and it's a D8 plus.
D8 plus
X.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you sink a crossbow bolt into its back, but it doesn't even really react to it. Takes some damage, but you think it's resistant.
I think it's resistant because I threw that die on the floor.
Gang, gang.
Okay. Next up, I believe, would be Tom. Oh, wait, he has
7
health.
damage.
Have
He
to
has hell of
3.
more shots.
Then your second attack.
Bangarang. 26 to hit.
Hits.
Let's say 10 damage.
Have to 5. And then third attack.
And then was that 17 to hit? Yeah.
Hits.
Then go 8 damage.
Have 2, 4. Okay. So you sink 3 crossbow bolts into its back. It doesn't even really react. Tombe, your go.
Yep. Let's see.
My turn. I
Maud
am
takes
going-
off across the gap,
It's like, fuck you.
Oh no.
flying
Oh, no.
directly at them.
Oh, no.
Just kind of across the darkness.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Can we end after this combat? Because
Sure.
I am tired.
Sure.
And drunk.
No drinking.
And, well, have been drinking as well, but am tired.
You drink more. You don't work tomorrow. Let's fucking go. Rip. I fucking love
Where are we
partying.
going?
Dude, I love partying too, but like, tired, man.
I know the feeling, Morgan. I don't
Full-time
blame you.
jobs hurt you. They hurt you when you have to wake up in the morning and go to work
Just
and
quit.
work all day.
By the
I
morning,
Just
like my
she's
job. I
quit.
can't quit. Fuck you. I like my job.
Maud dashes to get there.
I get to
Okay.
pet all the puppies. I'm not quitting.
So
my
you see
job.
Maud just appear out of the darkness, flying past you, Reb, with her, needle maul flying at the. She's making a face like she's screaming, but she's also trying to be quiet, so she's just hollowing balls at this thing.
Aren't they also like silver needles or some shit like that?
No, I think she has a silver needle, like sword.
Oh,
But the needles in the mace aren't silver, I don't think.
Okay. Either way, Tom is going to pull out his bow and attempt with
What?
another one of the
Tom,
silver
pull out.
arrows.
Don't need any Tombe babies. It's not even his body.
What? Where the fuck did
Roll
that come from?
your attack. You're attacking the Deathlock White, I assume.
Yeah.
Point your attack.
That's a 22.
Hits.
Alright. 4. 3. So 7 damage.
So 7, and again, this is halved. Do you think it's resistant? Just doesn't
So silver doesn't matter.
hit
God
much.
Damn it.
Danton takes his turn. He'll lunge at the white that's there. So check here. So you see, as he's kind of rushing that way, and he sees that the whites are alerted, he kind of throws his dancing rapier towards it from his hip, and then he draws his short sword and goes in for a strike as well.
Yeah, how much range
So-
is there on that rapier? Oh, Danton, not. No, never mind. No, shut up.
Hits, and then bonus action attack.
Can he move to that corner?
Sure. That corner?
I'll put you in the corner.
That corner.
And then the second one, the dancing rapier hits as well. So that is. So dancing rapier is magical.
That corner.
What
Okay,
corner?
if you told me this fucking sword, like chilling around the air, doing all that shit, is it magical? Like I would lose it. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? Like, what is this shit, bro?
It's an enchanted sword, but it's not magic damage. What?
Nope. I'd still be like, what is this?
7 points of damage. Oh, that's the wrong one. 7 points of damage from dancing rapier, and then his short sword hits for.
Like I've had some bad DMs, but that would be something right there.
66, 19,
Yep, what do you want
half
to
to
do?
9. So he, again, the dancing rapier kind of stabs through its neck, and then he kind of guts it with his short sword. At this point, Osculith takes his shots. Take a peek at his stuff. Okay, so first attack hits, second attack hits. And again, the first one, he draws the longbow, fires. Second one, it turns to energy as it's flying and hits. So the first one is 11, half to 5. And then... 6, 11, 18. So the 2 arrows, like the one arrow pierces its chest and it kind of gurgles out some black blood, and then the energy one strikes it in the back of the head and kills it. And it just slumps across the ground there. Other than that, that's the rest of their turn. Danton didn't attack, so he won't move. Or he didn't... I guess he did attack them. He'll move to there. Arya, your turn.
The Deathlock is dead?
Yes.
Well, re-dead?
Yes.
Okay,
Get out.
well, she will run in and get to a point of flanking, if possible.
Mm-hmm.
And, pop. Well, I guess slash, but that's less fun to say. Oof. So the first one's a 14.
That...
With the magical sword.
That just hits.
Ooh. 10, 4, 5, 15 damage, magical.
Okay. It is still alive.
And she will swing with the second hit. That's even higher to hit.
Okay. This is non-magical, right?
Non-magical. Ooh.
Okay.
2. Non-magical.
So it takes 1 point of damage. So you slice into it with some swords. Anything else?
I will just step back over here for now.
Okay. Reb, you go.
You
So
said
you
these
see-
ones up top noticed us, right?
Yeah, their heads have turned and they're looking in your direction. They're beginning to move at this point, drawing swords off their belt.
Run up there and gang, bang, bang.
Okay.
That is an 18 to hit.
Hits.
What is my mod to that one? That's correct. 13 damage, magical slash.
Okay. So it's kind of drawing its sword and you chop into its arm.
I don't know what that shifted like that. Hi. Does a 10 hit?
It does not. So he gets his sword up and blocks that one.
Alright, and then butt end of it.
Do you get the butt end at reach? Is that a thing? Does it have to be within 5
believe
feet?
so. As long as I hold
Just
on.
roll it. I'll check. Just roll. Go ahead and roll it.
12 damage.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, 12 to hit.
12 misses. So it actually doesn't matter.
Okay.
So he blocks
So-
both of those with his sword.
So I'm gonna move back. Hold on, no, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, okay, I'll just step back that one spot.
Okay. Elise, your go. Morgan fell asleep.
Right.
She's muted.
Sorry, I'm trying
Hello.
to make some popcorn.
She's doing dishes.
Normally, yes. This time, no. I want popcorn.
What you doing? Other than making popcorn. In the fictional world.
In the fictional world, can I see over Arya?
Yeah. I'll say because it is kind of up. It'll have half cover if you do that.
Half cover?
Yeah. It's kind of above you. This platformer is up some stairs. But these ones are at your level.
Which ones?
These ones.
Which ones seem more imminently dangerous? I don't know who's
These
taking
ones. This one has taken damage. These ones haven't. Well, this one has taken damage from Reb, and this one hasn't taken any damage.
Okay, hold on.
Reb, as you move forward too, you do reveal some more of the map.
Okay. And I posted in the chat.
I will twin another chromatic orb, trying to hit the one next to Danton first.
Okay. So roll an attack.
There it is. That is a 15.
15 hits. Oh
hold
no,
on.
just misses because of half cover.
Hold on.
Okay, I'm holding.
Let me math.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a 15.
15 just misses, so it goes a little high and strikes the statue that's behind it.
Second one is...
Attacking the same creature or different? Or, yeah, different creature, right?
It has to be different. So it's going to be the first one is... First one's this one. Second one's this one.
Okay, yeah. Gotcha.
And that's a 17 plus 5, so 20.
So that one hits. And what type of energy are you doing?
I will do... What are my options again? I forgot.
Acid, fire, lightning, thunder, poison?
Morgan likes
Fire?
lightning,
Cold?
so she's going to go with lightning again.
Okay.
That's a 3d8.
Get shocked a bit.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 18 damage.
Okay. So it gets shocked and kind of goes to one knee, but is still alive. Their turn. The undead kind of rush in. And they're smart enough to... Yeah, you got attacks. I forgot.
Oh yeah, Elise would have had to have moved back there, I think, to be able to do that.
Why? I mean, I thought you could hit from where you're at.
Oh, can I?
Yeah, do you want to just be there? Like, I thought that you could
Oh yeah, just
make those attacks.
I can see within range, so if I can see them...
Yeah.
If I can see that one from there, definitely.
Okay. So yeah, Reb, you take an attack as it enters your range.
16.
Actually, I might move back one anyway.
That one?
16 does hit, if that's right.
Okay. That's 8 damage, but his speed is 0 at that point.
Okay, so he gets stopped by that, and doesn't move further. This one kind of rushes in. Go there and attack you. So it lunges in with a long sword.
Okay, I also have the displacement cloak on.
Okay, so the lower of the two is an 11.
Okay, miss.
And then he lunges in again, but this time he's grabbing at you with a blackened hand.
Okay.
At disadvantage for a 16 to hit.
Miss.
So you bat his hand away, and there's kind of necrotic energy leaking off of his hand. So that's their turn. This one is over here is just going to attack Danton. So misses and hits. So it lunges out with the sword, and he bats that to the side, and he's expecting to block another sword blow, but it just grabs him by the neck, and you see kind of necrotic energy spreading out across his neck. He's going to take some damage. D6. 5. And a bit of his life force is drained from him. And he saves against it. So he saved, so his maximum hit points don't go down, but he does take the necrotic damage. And that's the undead's turn. That's the only ones that have been alerted so far. Hags don't do anything. Eno doesn't do anything. Remy, your go. Just making more popcorn. And she's muted again.
I'm trying to make popcorn from
Yeah, just play the game, Morgan. God.
Mute corn.
I love popcorn. Hold on.
No, you.
Is anybody damaged?
Danton has taken a little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Okay, I will help action. Who's... shit.
So you could help action on this one. Move up.
Oh, that's my dragon. Not what I want. Yeah, I'm gonna move right there, and I'm going to, bonus action Sanctuary and action Help against that bit.
So again, she just kind of runs in, like, kind of pushes at it and kind of fucks with it so that it tries to hold its sword down.
Technically, you can, as a bonus action, command your dragon to go use the help action instead of you doing it. So you used to.
Wait, is that a thing I can do?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that's
so
one of the main
additionally,
things
they
with familiar.
they get advantage, but they also add your proficiency bonus because of your feature.
So yeah, because of that feature, can I use that through my pseudo
No.
dragon? Is that a thing I can?
No, that's just you. So Reb, you have advantage attacking this one on your first attack, but you also gain like a +3, I think, on top of that.
Okay.
Clint's turn. So you see them kind of. Oh, Clint can't see shit, huh?
So wait,
Clint can't see anything.
Super quick question.
Gonna
Super
fire
quick
in the
question.
dark.
Yeah.
If I'm help actioning against this bitch,
hmm
that means that anybody who attacks it has my proficiency.
Yeah.
So if Reb, Elise, and Clint all attack that, they
No, so
all
it only works for one the first attack, and I think it only works for one creature. I'll look it up.
What I have written here is when you use the help action to assist an ally with an attack roll, in addition to the friendly creature gaining advantage on their roll, they also gain a bonus to their roll equal to my proficiency. It does not specify how many creatures, and
Well,
if
so
you are
the-
specifying that I have to be within 5 feet of an enemy,
Yeah, so you're
I would argue that it would be anybody that's attacking for that round.
so the help action, you specify which friendly creature you are helping. So when you use the help action, you say, I'm helping Reb attack this white. Then Reb gets advantage on the first attack roll she makes, and because of your feature, additionally, she gains a +3 on top of that.
So I would argue that it's anybody for the round.
I would argue that you're wrong.
I would argue that you're wrong.
No, you, and I get to decide right now because I'm a DM.
Okay, but we're gonna argue this after the game,
Fair enough. Reb,
and
or
I might
no,
be right
Clint.
because I'm smarter.
Yeah.
I would have to say that I do agree with Justin's interpretation.
Gang, gang.
But a,
I mean, the way it's written, I would argue that I could give it to anybody. Badger, you. want
Anybody
it?
that you specify when you
Because I
take
could
the help
help
action.
because that's how the help action does that. Yeah.
My dad's Tupac. Clint, what do you do on your turn? You're blind. You can't see anything.
Clint can't see shit.
Yeah.
So you know what? Like Clint's gonna chill then.
Okay, Tombe.
He's gonna reload all his pistols and stuff. Like even though they're like already loaded, he's gonna make sure like.
Technically, you could like attack this one. You know it's there because I let you attack last round. So you know it's there, so you could attack like an invisible creature.
Sure. Would that be like a disadvantage?
Yeah, it's
or...
disadvantage on your attack roll.
All right, cool. That works for me. 23.
Hits.
No, I'm sorry. 21.
Hits. So you're just firing blindly, hitting this thing dead center. Like, yeah, I think he's over there. What was it?
8 to hit. I mean, sorry, 8 damage.
8 points of damage. Halved
Let's just
to
do
4.
that shit.
That's like the difference between skill and pure chaotic dumb luck.
21 to hit again.
Hits.
God damn it.
I love Clint. 12 damage.
Okay, halved to 6.
Ooh, does 17 hit?
It does, yeah. And that one will kill it. So you fire 3 bolts blindly, and just you hear thunk thunk thunk, and then you hear a thud.
I think I got one.
Oculus is just shaking his fucking head. Oculus just like shaking his head.
He's like, I smelled it.
You hear Maud go, "I got it!" And you hear her, you hear her needle Morningstar hit, and then it falls, and you hear, "I got it!"
This is funnier than.
Tombe, your turn.
It's fucking great. Oh fuck. Okay. Let's see. 60 feet of dark vision. Technically, we can see up to there.
So you could attack this one at disadvantage, or I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, at not at disadvantage with a short bow, but half cover.
Yeah.
Because of
I
Remy.
will move over here. Try and push past Clint if he'd allow me to pass
Yeah,
as
sure.
a
He'll
halfling.
push
Yeah, why
you
not?
off the cliff.
I step over
Like Kay
Clint.
did.
10, 15, and 5, 10, 15, and from there I will then shoot that one.
Okay.
14 to hit.
With
Just barely
the
hits?
with the half cover does not hit, so it flies
shit.
high, just because Remy's in the way. So you're trying not to hit Remy.
Morgan's like, I'm tired chowing popcorn.
Alright. Well. fine.
Oh, and that's what I forget that you only have one attack with.
Yeah, that's it.
So
Tom's just got one.
Oceolith takes off, running down the stairs, and he'll go to there. Yeah, that's not right. Hold on. Hold on. Oh yeah, he doesn't have that much movement. So he gets to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets to there. He will fire twice at the same one. Hits and hits. So the first one is a 11, have to 5.
Ooh, how much later is this gonna go?
Not much later.
Not much later. Is in 20, 30 minutes or 2 more hours?
Yes.
2 more hours.
30, yeah, maybe more, another hour.
30 minutes to an hour?
Yeah.
Depending on how
I have to
quiet we
call it
are.
in the middle of the battle because, man, I am tired.
Okay, gang, we can call it if you guys do not alert the other undead. I'll let you.
That's pretty much the goal.
If you kill these ones and then don't alert the other ones, we can stop there.
You're
Be
fine.
quiet,
You're
guys.
eating
I gotta
popcorn.
go to bed soon. I'm
You're
tired.
eating popcorn and you're off tomorrow.
So
If you
Morgan,
guys want
take
to
a
play
shot
again
with me.
tomorrow, I'm down. But tonight, I'm tired.
it's okay, Morgan. I give you permission. It's okay. Don't listen to James. It's okay. So Oceolith fires 2 arrows, and the second one again turns to energy and hits it kind of in the face, and it dies and thuds against the ground there.
I can't do tomorrow.
Oof.
That's 'cause
In
you
that
don't
case,
wake me
we'll
up.
have to play all night. Sorry, Morgan. Arya, your turn.
Does it seem
I
like
can't do tomorrow? That's way weird.
I'm going back out in the woods camping for one more night?
Oh, I want to go
Boo.
camping.
It's been fun. Does it seem like they'll be able to, they as in like Reb and Elise will be able to deal with this one relatively easily?
You have no idea.
Which one?
Fuck anything.
The
though.
only one that's still alive. That
I will
case,
leave that up to your judgment.
Arya will pop back over here, and yeah, I will use my last 2 key points to cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. So you do that. Reb, you're good.
Choice. Red's gonna fuck it up. Attack it. I do not have the advantage or anything. That was the other one that died.
Yes.
Okay. $17 to hit.
Hits.
10 damage.
Okay, and that's magical.
Yes.
Badger, why do you sound like you're 1,000 years away?
Okay.
1,000 years away.
You sound like you're 1,000 years away.
Not like a distance, but like a time period.
Yes.
I don't hear anything different.
You
21
sound like you are literally standing 5 to 10 feet away from your microphone.
I hear him
It's just
fine.
It's just
I'm
a shitty
standing
mic,
like-
Morgan.
like 50, 100 feet from you.
I mean, like, I can still hear you, but you sound like
I think
you're,
she doesn't
like,
have her headphones in.
That
I
might
don't,
be
for
it.
sure. You guys are on speakerphone, like, you
Oh,
stupid
shit.
motherfuckers.
15 damage.
God damn it!
But
Really?
you guys,
She's just looking at your mouth moving and I can't hear you.
She's like, what? She's like, why are you so far away?
No, I hear Justin and Odge like normal, but Badger.
They all
sounds
got
like
me
you're-
fine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Turn
That's
up
strange.
the audio for Badger.
I hear him fine.
Justin, 15 damage.
Okay. So that
And then-
will finish it off.
Okay.
So you cut that one's head off, and it slumps to the ground as well. And the other undead have not been alerted up here. They're just again in an inactive state, so they're They're conscious, but they're sleeping for all intents and purposes.
I cast Fireball.
You could, if you really wanted to.
And
Great.
Frog.
So
And
there's
I'm
calm
tired.
kind of settles, and there's no sounds. There's kind of silence.
And for the purpose of stealthiness, we also all have a +10.
The Nautis kind of rejoin each other over here. Maud flies back to you, Tombe. They just kind of regrouped there.
No, Maud comes back to lead Tombe because he's lost without her.
Eno kind of just comes strolling down, and the hags kind of follow. Jenye has to kind of squeeze her way through the stairwell, but she manages.
We asked Jenye what she knows about what this circle might be.
Yeah, you could roll a persuasion check for Clint. We'll say Clint's
Can I
the
help?
one. Now
Can I help?
I'm gonna make Clint do it because he's the one that's still in bad with the hags.
Back.
Technically, she only has a deal with you,
Persuasion?
Clint. Yeah, persuasion check.
18.
18. She kind of looks it over. She says,
I'd summon some sort of demon, a demonic entity of some kind. Some of these runes have been scratched out. I can't quite tell what it says. This one seems to be scratched out with a smaller hand of some kind. Maybe gnome-sized.
Can Remy try to presto the scratches out of it?
So you presto. Remy comes up and prestos it back to the state it was when you guys arrived.
Just well enough to read it.
When you guys arrived, but it's still unfinished. So she can't presto the runes that hadn't been written yet. So she prestos the blood, and it returns to the places that have been scratched out. Jenye looks it over. One second.
Fucking ass.
It summons something called a I have trouble with abyssal yak.
And Sycorax, Reb, I assume you come along as well.
Sure, yeah.
Sycorax says,
She means a yakshal. I have trouble with it too. It's a pudding monster.
Pain says in your ear. I'll spell it.
Sycorax says, I'm never sure which letters are silent and not silent, you know? So Jenya says, I think I could finish it for you if you'd like.
Well, if we do it, will it adhere to our command?
No, probably not. Mostly not.
No.
Are you sure?
Like, scratch them
You
out
see
again.
Jenye
Like,
really
no,
is considering it and is kind of side-eyeing Clint. And Clint's like smoking and like not paying attention.
Clint,
He's thinking about
Clint's like,
pudding. He's like,
Remy,
I could really go for some blood pudding right now.
Without finishing it, we don't want to do that. Can you tell me what you might know about what would be summoned from those?
It's a pudding monster. She just said.
Well,
Yeah, I don't. I've only heard of them from the church. I actually have never seen one or summoned one. I just know they're kind of they're like pudding monsters. I don't really. I rolled another natural one. I don't really. I just they just say that they're pudding. They're like demon pudding. Like some of them have eyes, and like tendrils, but they're just like kind of puddingy.
Reb scratches those things back out again. Like,
Okay.
nope.
So we will call it there for the night. If you guys are
oh, thank
content.
God, I'm tired.
Have you stopped recording?